Welcome back, everybody. This is Bakersfield College Renegade Football. It is homecoming. We are high atop the Dameron deck at Bakersfield College on the corners of Panorama University, Mount Vernon. Pleasure to have everybody with you. I'm Vance Palm. This is Kenny Calvin. The Bakersfield, Californian pregame show on Bakersfield.com. Our radio partner will come in shortly and join us. News Talk 1180 KERN 96.1 FM. Not only is it homecoming partner, it's also a very special celebration we've been talking about all season. It's the celebration, the 30th anniversary of the 1988 National Championship team. Tailgating is always happening, but to this afternoon, it is really hopping. No spaces left out there. We have people in the southwest parking lot over there tailgating. Big night tonight. Renegades hosting East LA. Let's bring in my partner, Kenny. First of all, before we go back a week and talk about our big game last week, your thoughts about the tailgate vibe, the special celebration we're going to have tonight. Is a nice Saturday evening.
Oh, it's just like you jumped in a time machine and went back to the great days of the 80s in Bakersfield, California, when life was nothing about nothing but football. You know, it's just the nostalgia of being able to go down and talk to Coach Bowser, talking to Stan Green on my Renegade Report show along with his teammate Lindsey Collins, the quarterback and receiver combination, talking about audible in plays 30 years ago. They still remember the audibles that they call. Watching those guys hug in the lobby before the interview gave me goosebumps of all goosebumps, based on the fact that you can tell these guys haven't seen each other in over 2 decades. And this is their first time seeing each other. What better way to come forward than a special moment at Bakersfield College celebrating the national championship?
We will have a lot on that coming up in the next segment. Kenny and the medicine man, John Metis, will get into some of that, as well as last week's game and tonight's game. There's a lot of football to be played tonight, some important football to be played tonight. So you'll hear a lot of the celebration tonight of the 88 championship team. It's also homecoming, so a lot of homecoming festivities as well. And then when it's all said and done, when the final whistle blows tonight, within minutes, we're going to have the entire east side of Bakersfield lit up with fireworks tonight. It's always a fun night. It'll be right above us. It gets pretty close, and it's going to be very exciting. So without further ado, let's go back 1 week ago, Kenny. And I'll tell you what, that was a road trip to be remembered. We get down to Long Beach, and for all those years that we've had to really struggle against a deep, deep talent pool, we came out on top. It was an exciting game. We had some big plays, some big throws, some big runs, but we also had the continually perfect kicker in Nathan DeYager and a 50-yarder to boot, pardon the really bad pun. But
Yes.
Let's go back a week and talk about that win over Long Beach.
Nathan DeYager. You know, we got the new nickname that we came up with. You know,
Maybe.
Yeah, we got to clear that with him, but that's what you are tonight. You know, DeLager, perfect from field goals, perfect for PATs. You know, we thought that he had such a great impact. We didn't have any idea that he would be the state player of the week.
Exactly.
You know, it's just that monumental from a special team standpoint. Not to mention the fact that Carson Olivas continues his excellence, averaging 49 yards a punt with a long of 55. And talking to Coach Alvarez at the end of the game, it was just such a beautiful experience to see how proud he was of his guys. And talking about, this may be my most amazing coaching moment, watching 2 of my guys have a fantastic game where every kick meant something. You know, we won that game by 5 points. You missed 2 of those field goals, that's a loss. You know, and this is a East LA team that we're playing that beat Long Beach. So tonight coming out, we're going to have to play at a high level, because these guys definitely have the capability of putting up the same amount of points versus a team that we barely got away with down to the last snap.
Excellent stuff right there, Kenny. And if we take a step away from our kicking and punting game, let's get on both sides of the football. First of all, your thoughts on our defense last week.
Defense continued to step up when called upon. It's an experience of being out there on the field too long, and that's what me and John talked about in the pregame of last week, how the defense has just been put in bad positions, and that's why we've had some of those losses, combined with some of the lack of red zone opportunities that we actually execute. But the defense itself finds a way to stand up play after play and make plays. I mean, the last play of the game was intercepted, you know, to seal the deal. You know, and it just goes to show that when these guys are called upon, if they're not just extremely exhausted from being out there all night, they're going to make plays to put us in a position to win the game. Jalen Simpkins making plays all over the place. There was one experience where he went off the field, and right after he went off the field, they had a 60-yard run, and he comes back on the field, and he stops them. So it's a great unit with a lot of chemistry, but there's definitely about 7 high-level players that can play at the next level already.
The other side of the ball, the first snap for Jacob Irby was a long bomb that just really kind of set the tone for his ability that evening, or I should say the opportunity for him to kind of not carry the world on his shoulders and to be able to move around a little bit and start to feel his way around it. It looked good, but not just the quarterback spot. When we had the opportunity, we had those seams in there. Again, Elijah Ortiz carried the rock a billion times the other night. Was that what it was?
Yeah,
41
we figured
times?
it out.
So, going into tonight, looking back at last week for a final bow on the ribbon on the bow here from last week, not a bad scene.
Yeah, definitely not a bad scene. Offense has had that roller coaster ride, and we talked about that last week in pregame with Irby getting off the plane and having some struggles in the first game and up game, down game, up game. But last week was a testament of rebuilding consistency. You could tell where the offense came out with a plan from the start, giving Irby an opportunity to do some play action and use that strong arm to throw safe throws instead of putting them in bad positions. I always talk about Coach Dean's ability to keep a wide game plan and getting guys involved. We probably saw Isaiah Martin more than we've seen him in recent weeks. But Elisha Ortiz, 41 carries, 120-plus yards, just everlasting consistency by the run game in that offensive line.
This is the Bakersfield Californian pregame show. I want to step away. When we come back, Kenny will have John Metis, the medicine man, will roll in here. They'll do an abbreviated Renegade report of tonight. And certainly he'll talk about John's article. It's interesting to have a young kid like Metis, isn't from here, for him to dig in and do that scoop and to get all that information back and to hear it told, to a relative outsider about that great event. It's going to be interesting to hear. So when we come back, it'll be Kenny and John Metis in the Bakersfield California pregame show, and from TBC, it'll be John himself. Getting ready for a nice football game tonight. Homecoming at BC, back right after this.
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game, Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Valitix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gades!
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank, we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing
Every
matters.
day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
Welcome back to the Bakersfield.com pregame show with Kenny Calvin and John, the medicine man, Metis. How you doing, senor?
I'm doing great, Kenny. How are you doing?
Hey, beautiful day. I'm full now.
You have that tailgate food?
Oh, my goodness. Look at that, man. I look 6 months pregnant. But anyway, John, we always talk about some of these games where we're coming in after a good experience. Had a good experience last week.
Yep.
Nathan DeYager going perfect on the night. Player of the week. Defense finding a way to make a play at the end.
Yep.
Offense, Elisha Ortiz, 41 carries, 100+ yards. But tonight's game, I think it's going to have a little bit more emotion attached to it. And why? Is because of the people on the opposite side of us.
Yeah.
We got the 1988 national champions in the parking lot having a great time. Have you had an opportunity to go down?
I wasn't down there, but, I got a chance to talk to a lot of those guys in the last few weeks. Saw them in the studios on Thursday over at the Renegade Report. So I got to talk to a bunch of those guys. Really great group, really interesting group. They've all got great stories to tell about their times at BC and, the games they played, the experiences they had. BC had dorms back then, so they all got to hang out and things like that, playing for Coach Bowser. So just a really neat group of guys over there.
Well, I had an opportunity to interview Coach Bowser. We'll see that at the half. But just going down there and seeing him around his guys, because, I call myself the last of the Bowser boys.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the greatest of the Bowser boys. His pride and joy, 13-0. I can't remember, 11-0.
11-0.
Yeah, 11-0. National champions.
Yeah.
Definitely going to carry over into the field for the younger guys, I think, tonight.
I hope Coach Chudy took advantage of this opportunity and had some of those players or had Coach Bowser speak to the team because, it kind of puts things in perspective. Like, okay, these 2 years can be that important for me, or can be that significant, or can be that transformational in terms of my career. I mean, originally for that team, Lindsey Collins was this. I mean, he was a great wide receiver, and talk to guys like Lionel Sykes. They got attention because Lindsey was having this great year. Absolutely. And the team went on to win the national championship. And so people started, looking at the team and were like, okay, all right, they got this tight end. Okay, they got this running back. Okay, they got this lineman. And a lot of the guys are saying, after the Potato Bowl, after the last game of the season, I think it was Lionel Sykes, the tight end, was saying, or no, it was Lindsey Collins. He was saying that the recruiters wouldn't even let him get a shower after the game. He didn't even get to celebrate. Everybody wanted to schedule visits. I think he ended up going to Miami the next day or a couple days later and things like that. So everybody was going every which way. I think they had 25 guys from that team go Division I. So, I hope Coach Chudy took advantage of that. I heard Coach Bowser used to give a bunch of great speeches. So
definitely did.
Maybe pump up the guys.
well, part of my interview, you'll see me and Coach joking about one of the halftime speeches he gave when we were tied 10-10 and ended up scoring 40 unanswered points because he got us so pumped up and beat the team 50-10 after being tied 10-10. So that's the impact of Coach Bowser. Fast forward to Renegade football. Let's talk about what the expectation is tonight. Last week we had a bit of a question coming in, wondering who were going to be our quarterbacks. What are you expecting tonight from the quarterback position?
Well, I didn't see Josh Medina out there again, so I'd expect Jacob Irby to play the whole game again unless he gets hurt or unless he starts turning the ball over like crazy. But I don't really expect that to happen. Regardless of who's at quarterback, like with running the ball with Elijah Ortiz 41 times last game, you're going to see them rely on the run. And I think they've kind of shown, I think they showed last week that they don't need, I mean, yeah, they had that 70-yard touchdown pass at the very beginning of the game, but they don't need this absolutely explosive offense that's racking up 500 yards of offense a game to win.
Don't need basketball on grass. Huh?
Yeah, their defense is, I mean, I don't know how much you can rely on the turnovers, but it seems like BC's defense is good for a couple fumbles, couple interceptions a game, which, you know, you don't need a fantastic offense to be able to score if you get the ball at the 30-yard line and only have to go 30 yards.
Yes, we've joked in the past about the Baltimore Ravens style of football where they just ran it, and punted it if it didn't work. You had Trent Dilfer, not calling Irby Trent Dilfer, may have a better arm, but just reflecting on what you just said, the defense is giving us an opportunity to play that style of football because they're creating turnovers and giving extra opportunities to a struggling offense to actually get off the schneid. So that's one of the things that I've enjoyed more than anything this year as we enter our 8th game of the season. Wow. You know, it's just an opportunity for me being a defensive mind and former defensive player and coach to see plays like that being made over and over again, week in and week out. I can't even remember. I want to say Mario Solario led the team in tackles. Jalen Simpkins continuing to create havoc. Can't even remember who picked off the last play of the game, but like it's just so many plays being made on that end of the football. But I think more than anything, you cannot underestimate the power of special teams.
Yep.
I don't care how people don't want to hear it. You want to hear about your cousin that plays receiver, or your uncle that might be the running back. This team has won games because they have great special teams play, great coverage on the kickoff unit. I don't think we've given up a kickoff return or a punt return this season.
No.
And that's how you win games because those plays have broken our back in past years.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because BC doesn't have the explosive offensive special teams that they had last year where they were returning punts and kickoffs for touchdowns. But they still have their punter, Carson Olivas, who is
definitely.
He's got the best average in the state.
It's my guy.
Yeah, he's on the cover of the program today. He's getting punts, 45, 50 yards, and I've really been impressed with the punt coverage where it seems like, Carson will make a guy take a couple steps back, and then, it'll be like Justin Harrington or somebody will be down there to tackle him once
the gunners are down there.
Backpedaled for 2 yards, so it ends up being a negative yardage return, and then, you got Nathan Dieger over there as your place kicker who went 5 for 5 last week. He's 12
one
for 12
off the upright.
Yeah, it helps to get a little bit lucky sometimes, but when you got a kicker like that, that makes a huge difference. You miss 2 field goals and they don't win that game.
Yeah, so let's flip the coin, go onto the other sideline, and talk East LA football. Just to give the audience a glimpse, yes, they're a 3-4 football team, but they've won one of their last 4. But the thing about these LA teams, you never know what team is going to get off the bus. These guys play with more confidence when they come up here because they always look at us like we still wearing overalls and everybody's going to the ranch afterward. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just the stereotype. That was one of the joys that I had of being a Renegade player and having LA guys on the bench behind me, just reminding them, hey, I don't know what you thought. You heard about what we do up here, but we play a high brand of football, and if you think you're going to play in front of me, you sadly mistaken. But these East LA guys, they get off the bus, they come off saying, hey, these guys barely beat Long Beach. We beat Long Beach by more than them.
Yep.
We can come out and play a better brand of football and try to give these guys a headache and ruin this homecoming party.
Yeah, and East LA, they possibly, one, might not know what to expect because East LA and Bakersfield don't typically play. East LA is in the league for the first time this year. And so they might not know what to expect. They might be overconfident. Who knows? They play a risky brand of football.
You said
that. So when they played Long Beach, part of the reason they won that game was because first 2 kickoffs of the game, onside kicks, they recovered them.
Oh, man.
So that helps when you get your offense out there a little more. They run it's not exactly a perfect rotation with 3 quarterbacks, but
yes,
they've got 3 guys that they use, and they typically use 2 of them every game. So, and Coach Chudy said, I was asking him, usually in that scenario, you've got one guy with a better arm, one guy who runs the ball a little more, and sometimes you can tell on the stats, sometimes you can't. But Coach Chudy was saying on film, Nah, they all pretty much look the same. And he's like, two of the guys, honestly, sometimes it's hard to tell which one's on the field unless you're really looking at the number really close. They're the same build, have the same arm action.
Wow.
And,
I agree. I looked
like
at the numbers, and I want to say 4 of them have over 70 attempts.
Yeah.
Like, and that's insane for that many quarterbacks to have that many attempts throughout the year. You know, I know there was at least 3 guys that had over 50 attempts, and just read off some of those numbers for those quarterbacks.
Yeah, of their 3 quarterbacks that they use, they've got one has 91 attempts, one has 80 attempts, and one has 75 attempts.
Exactly.
So, and the guy with the most attempts has played in 2 fewer games than the other 2.
That's just insane. So we definitely don't know what to expect from an offensive standpoint.
Yeah.
And
Each one has a few touchdowns thrown, a few interceptions thrown. So.
Exactly. So we may be coming into a situation where we've been preparing for a certain style of quarterback, and they might just flip the table. And I think that's one of the things that keeps these teams who are 3-4. I mean, we're 4-3, and it's the same microcosm of quarterback issues. Mm-hmm. What quarterback plays gives them the most successful opportunity to be a good team.
Yeah.
You know, and definitely puts us in a tough position when we have that issue. So very easily we could be 3-4. And winners of one of our last 4 games.
That's true.
Coming into a game where we're playing the East LA team, I would expect a high-level competition game tonight.
I think both teams will lean on their defense.
Yes.
Special teams will be a big key. But, you know, I think with East LA, they're willing to take the risks. And, you know, don't be surprised if you see a fake punt. Go for it on 4th down. If it turns out for them, if they make those plays, they'll have a good chance of winning. And if they don't, BC will have a good chance of winning.
And I like the fact that you said that, because this is going to be a fun game to watch based on the fact that you never know what to expect from an offensive standpoint of a team that's basically on the tail end of what they're going to be for the year.
Yeah.
Like, you lose this game and you got guys that are probably just going to go to work next week and not come back to the team.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, you lose this game, your conference hopes are not great, because you figure Canyons isn't going to lose 2 games. They probably won't win. Probably won't lose 1 game in the conference, and then whoever loses this game doesn't really have that great of a chance at trying to get a bowl game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we squeaked into one last year after basically.
You want to have a winning record.
Yeah, and you want to go into the offseason with some kind of momentum and not trickle your way in there like we did last year. So we got captains for both teams coming down. 6:41 left in this pregame show, brought to you by Bakersfield.com. I'd like to welcome everybody that's listening on Kern News Talk 1180, 96.1 FM, and 1180 AM. This has been Kenny Calvin of the Renegade Report, and John, the Medicine Man, Metis, BC Renegade beat writer and all-around great dude from the East Coast. We'll be right back after the break.
For years, Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide, more than any big national bank can offer? Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
About winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever, so swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing
While your
matters.
financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly, and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
It's hard To think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special. Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide? More than any big national bank can offer. Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something
Every day,
special.
the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Valitix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies.
The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Valitix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
It's hard to
Current
think
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Current Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Current Schools, together we have something special. Current Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Current Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Current Schools, together we have something special.
Once again, everybody, welcome back to Bakersfield College, high atop the Dameron deck. It is homecoming, East Los Angeles, in the house at Memorial Stadium. They are fired up. They are absolutely pumped to be playing on the most beautiful community college facility in the country. I'm Vance Palm, joined by my partner, Kenny Calvin. And our entire, I won't say normal, I won't say usual, I'll say the excellent, extremely gifted and talented group of individuals here from TBC. Christian on our immediate camera, Christopher right next to him on the next camera, Eric is going to be on our third camera, and we have Luis handling all of our tech issues. If we have any, he'll be there to troubleshoot them. And the effervescent, smiling, happy, fun, and gifted director, Diana's with us. I'm saying all these great things about us, so if we mess up, I've got some money in the bank with her already, so we can take it easy. I'm Vance Palm, Kenny Calvin here, buddy. Hey, I know it's a very emotional.
Oh, man. First national anthem with my son, the soldier. That shook me up right there.
Well, that's good. That's good. Never hurts to show emotion for our country and for, of course, your family. So now, take some of that emotion, transfer it over to the special game tonight. We'll be celebrating the national championship 30 years ago right here at Memorial Stadium. You were a kid playing over there in the practice field or messing around, getting in trouble. I was over there sitting about halfway up on the E section or whatever that is, where all of the local kids hung out. I'll remember it like it was yesterday, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Thanks to John Metis for being with us in the Bakersfield, California pregame show. Hey, Kenny, all of the pomp and circumstance and the hoopla is now behind us. It's time for football. East LA will be kicking off. Our Renegades will be receiving, and the talented Cam Roberson and the ultra-talented and super strong Shane Jones back there standing at the 5-yard line. Let's see if we can get this off to a good start tonight. Renegades looking to get an edge on this East LA team as soon as possible and start to take control of the football game. A lot of football ahead of us tonight. And we are underway, a little bit of a 6-iron. They just put it down to the 10-yard line, and it's taken by Roberson. Roberson looking for some room, gets taken down at about the 27-yard line, and the Renegades in their home full red uniforms against the East LA Huskies, all white. Really nothing distinguishable about their uniforms, really. Just an entirely white jersey with some dark blue helmets. And here we go. And jogging out to get behind center and take the snaps, it is one Jacob Irby on the far hash, 27-yard line. First play line of scrimmage, Irby. Hey, is this deja vu, or are we? Have we skipped 1 minute from last week? Elijah Ortiz on the carry. He handled it 41 times last week against Long Beach, and he starts off tonight.
Well, if you haven't seen the Renegades play some football, get used to seeing number 5 take that handoff as we come out in that shotgun double set.
Irby looks to the sidelines very quickly. Again, has Ortiz on his left hip. I had a quick word with Elijah down in the end zone today as they were getting warmed up. I asked the proverbial dumb question, are you ready? And he said, absolutely. Quick little shot out to the far side. It's Roberson. Can he get free? Nice tackle in the open field out there. Roberson tried to shake and bake and make something happen, but really gain of only about 3, and it's going to be 3rd and 8. So an early 3rd down test, then the Sherbert Sun is gone. You know it's late October. That thing is gone. Improper uniform on number 9. I guess he has his shirt tucked up underneath his rib protector, and they said nope.
Interesting defense for East LA. 30 even front. And then they'll drop that linebacker down to a defensive end position.
Irby in trouble and went down, and they collapsed on him, and some missed assignments there on the line, so Irby really had no chance. He was just gobbled up quickly, and I was joking with our all-everything punter, Carson. I said, I hope I don't see you tonight on the grass. And his coach, Matt Alvarez, quickly said, unless it's a fake, unless it's a fake. But the joke was, if we don't need you, we're doing well. Well, guess what? After 3, Carson Olivas is out there already.
Yeah, and a great opportunity to put that all-star leg to the test right away from the 22-yard line.
Takes the snap.
Ooh,
and
boom.
Does what he does. Backs up the return man behind him. And look at that beauty. The return man, they didn't do their homework. He was standing at the 30, 35-ish, and that ball flew well over his head. And they had no chance to return it. It'll be 1st and 10. Huskies, Carson Olivas doing what Carson Olivas does. What do you know about this LA squad?
Well, I know they beat a Long Beach team that we barely beat. They have 3 quarterbacks that have an opportunity to come out there and do the thing. Let's see who gets to start for them. Right away, it looks like it's going to be Miguel Aguero getting the start as they come out in the trips open set against the 40 even front, single high safety of the Renegades.
1st and 10. East LA has a ball at their own 22. They'll start on a run play to the left side of the line of scrimmage. And didn't get far. And Holden Williams was doing just that, holding his jersey, trying to drag him down.
That was a great job by our defense making an adjustment. For the last 3 weeks, we've given up those cutback runs, and they do a great job on 1st and 10. 2nd and 9 for East LA.
Aguero, quarterback. They sweep it out to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Renegades all over it, and no matter what, Daniel Munguia is getting nowhere.
Yeah, great pursuit. Looks like that classic pursuit drill that we do when we're just chasing cones.
They ran him all the way down the line of scrimmage to the right side up against the BC sideline, and nothing doing, nowhere to go but directly out of bounds.
Yeah, they go that read option hand sweep to the receiver who motioned back into the backfield. Now it's going to be trips open set.
3rd and 9, Kenny, on the far hash. Ball's at the 23-yard line. Directionally, the Huskies are heading towards the open end of the football field, looking straight at downtown Bakersfield.
And it looks like we're in a little bit of a 2-deep safety coverage.
Looks to throw, could be a screenplay, and it is. I don't think he'll get much, though. Great job by that Renegade defense, and they swallow it up, a gain of about maybe 2 yards, and that'll bring up 4th and long. Good job by the Renegade defense.
Great recognition by your man, Jalen Simpkins, playing with his eyes. You know, we talked about that last week where guys get up the field so fast on draws and screens, and they're not keeping their eyes on the ball. Great job by the young man. 3 and out.
Here comes the punt. Oh, they almost got it again.
Beautiful punt.
And it is taken by Roberson at the 40. A dangerous take, but now look at him at the other 40. Oh, and he gets ripped out of bounds, shoved out hard, but Kenny, Last week, we blocked one, we tipped one, and that one was close as well. Our special teams have been playing so well this year, and that was an eyelash away from being blocked, that punt. But even so, 1st and 10 Renegades at the Huskies 39-yard line.
We've talked about adjustments and getting better. We had a game at Golden West where we didn't rush the punter and probably could have won the game if we did. Since then, it looks like we're coming after it.
I agree. Ball's on the far hash, inside Husky territory. They're right up alongside the BC sidelines. Irby takes the snap. Hands to Ortiz. Ortiz, we know that he's patient. Ball's on the ground, fumble. Irby has to get on it, and he does. Oh, man, Irby took a big hit, though, as he went on the ground. Ben Key out of Cranbourne, Australia, just landed on Irby. Irby jumped on it, but then the ball popped out, and he had to kind of scoop it with one arm. And, oh, man.
Read option ISO, ever dependable Elisha Ortiz. You know, hopefully that's not an effect. Ben Key, the linebacker, came and filled that hole. 6'4", 290 pounds out of Cathedral High School.
Oh, in Australia.
Wow.
You don't think he enjoyed that? Second, look out! Oh, almost threw it. That was almost a pick six. Almost gone. Chad Earl out of Seneca, South Carolina, almost had him a 55-yard pick to the house.
Yeah, and that's one of those situations as Irby. When you see those DBs up in press man coverage, you have to audible out of that.
Well, now it's 3rd and 16. Irby stands with his feet on the 50-yard line. Oh, there's a good hard count right there. That'll make it 3rd and 11. Free play. Oh, doggone it. Would have been a free play. Ball dropped, and that's nice to see by Jacob.
Yeah, nice to see. I wish he would have went ahead and gave Shane a chance to run up under that fade, though, instead of throwing the hitch.
Yeah, it was just the proverbial free play. Labor Von Austin was just tucked right underneath all the coverage, so they thought they would strike quickly and see what he could do after the catch. But you're right, Shane Jones is one big play away from breaking out here.
Shotgun double set for Irby.
Back to 3rd and 11. This time nobody jumps. He and Ortiz look over. Now Ortiz gets on his right hip.
Usually like to get Ortiz out into the flat.
Irby on the run, throws it up, and it's it would have been a beautiful catch. It was a nice throw, really nice throw to Shane Jones. I think if you asked Shane in private, he would say, yep, that was me, should have had it. On the run, Irby floated about a 42-yarder on the money.
On the money, back shoulder, in between two defenders. That was a big league Sunday pass right there.
That was, and I'll tell you what, when he shines bright. That was something else.
Well, I'll say this about Shane Jones. Traditionally a running back, last couple of weeks he's had some opportunities in the passing game and not making the catch. Got to squeeze the bread, young man.
4th and 11, Olivas. He puts one up. This thing could have one of those beautiful Olivas bounces. And it does, right about the 15-yard line. We'll take a super short break. Be right back after this on Bakersfield.com and News Talk 1180 KERN 96.1.
Running your business is hard work, but with the right tools and guidance, we can make it easier. At Rabobank, we deliver smart banking and lending solutions for local businesses, and we're always ready to roll up our sleeves and work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
East LA around the edge takes the sweep. It's going to be first down yardage after the 16-yard run. After East LA has 1st and 10. 9:54 remaining to play in the first quarter. Still scoreless. After 2 Renegade punts. Now we have a shotgun pro formation spread set for East LA.
In motion, David Allen. They might throw. It's, across the top. Oh, for just a second, a brief moment, I think he thought he was going to pick that off. Justin Harrington thought that ball's overthrown, I'm gone. But the long-armed, high-leaping catch of Valdivia. Wow-wee.
He's not a big guy either.
He went up to get that. First and 10 for East LA. The ball's at their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, they went play action pass and threw that skinny slant. Oh, and that's almost picked off.
And boy, I'm surprised there was no flags because there was a lot of traffic around the intended receiver, Philip Reeves, but Daniel Munguia was kind of in the way of his own receiver, and then all he did was bring over Jalen Simpkins and a couple other Renegades to muddle things up there, and that was a weird play. They tried to just fire it out here below us to see what would happen, but man, there was a lot of traffic. Now it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, Renegade defense in that 40 even front with the single high safety, Harrington. Sean Stevens, bump and run coverage down here.
In motion, Reeves. They give it to Reeves. Reeves quick, very fast, but guess who's quicker? The BC Renegades, and man, he tried to get loose and get out of there.
That was your man Mario Solario hitting that hole. Woo. I'm telling you, the pursuit of the Renegades defense is looking second to none. East-West plays haven't fared well against the Renegade defense. 3rd and 10 for East LA.
These running backs are looking at their the defensive ends and the DBs are thinking, oh, I got this, I'm out of here. And then they feel something on their ankles, and it's the linebacker from the whole other side, Mario Solario.
Looks like we got a timeout, VP.
8:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Once again, welcome everybody. I'm Vance Palm, Kenny Calvin with me. Our entire crew is up here tonight. Christian, Chris, Luis, Diana, Eric, Coop, our spotter, has the best seat in the house. And we believe, as a group, we have the very, very best view of all time in Bakersfield, high atop the Dameron deck. And it's a beautiful evening. The wind's just starting to pick up at the perfect time. We have fireworks tonight at the end of the game. And that's when we have to lock the door to this place because everybody in the city wants up here for the fireworks show. No score, 8:50 to go here in this first quarter. It's homecoming, and pleasure to have everybody with us. Don't forget, everybody, next Saturday, November 3rd, we will welcome in Moore Park right here at Memorial Stadium. And then we'll be on the road to close out the regular season at College of the Canyons, right down in Santa Clarita. Back after the timeout, 3rd and 10. Big third down here for the Huskies of East LA. Trying to get into Renegade territory here. The ball is at their 43-yard line. Trying to get to midfield and beyond.
Empty set.
Aguero drops back, flushes it out of the pocket, takes a look, throws over here, and it could be a decent play, but instead it's broken up by L.J. Early. Listen to this crowd.
Great open field tackle by L.J. Early. One-on-one. It's going to be a 4th and about 5 for East L.A. He misses that tackle, and that could have been 6 for East LA. But
certainly
great
a
job.
first down, Kenny.
Certainly a first down.
Cam Roberson stands at the 10-yard line. Looks up here at his cousin Kenny and says, hey, what's up, Kenny?
It's showtime.
Perfect snap. Oh! Well, they didn't get the ball, but they got the punter, and it'll be blocking the kicker. But I'll tell you what, Kenny, that was so close. And that was 2 Renegades that almost got that. So I know. It's a bad penalty, roughing the kicker, and they're going to get a first down, but they are so close to getting that ball. And the punter took a big hit, actually, Ricky Quintero.
Oh, and that's personal foul, too. They're giving him the 15 because they didn't allow him to come down on that plant leg.
Well, plus there were 2 Renegades. It was just, you know.
And that's a situation where, as the guy that's coming off the edge to block, you want to make sure that you're taking the appropriate angle and go to where he's going to step to, not to where he's kicking from.
So a costly penalty.
Huge penalty. Usually this defense does a great job after penalties like that. Let's see if they can bow up.
You're right. I'm trying to find the glass half full mentality, and what I'll do is prognosticate that we will get one block tonight. We will block 1 tonight, Kenny. It's going to happen, unless East LA makes some big changes. 1st and 10, ball on the Renegade 36. In motion, Munguia. Quick toss, and it's dropped, and he heard some footsteps because that could have been another big first down, but Javier Valdivia out of Santa Fe Springs, He makes that catch, and it's probably another first down. So, you know, you look at Miguel Aguero, a freshman quarterback out of Boyle Heights, went to Shure High School. He's got a quick release. Does not take long to get that ball out.
Valdivia is 5'9", 165. Made a good catch on that first opportunity. Definitely heard the footsteps as they go read option sweep. And he gets around the edge. Great blocking by the receiver. That's going to be a huge first down after a 22-yard gain.
Harrington knocked him down at the 12, but this East LA crowd starting to get pumped up now, and these players starting to get fired up. It's 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. 7:56 to go in this first quarter, no score.
It's just like we talked about. You can't take these teams lightly, regardless of record. They come up here, they feel like they have an opportunity to compete, especially when you see these big lights in this beautiful stadium.
Yeah, exactly, Kenny. They come up here and they think, man, this is nice. I want to perform up here. This is beautiful. Here they come. The Renegades might be able to get in. And they basically, they got into the backfield. Solario got through, but couldn't get the tackle, and they gained a couple yards, the Huskies did.
Yeah, Simpkins able to wrap that ankle up to keep him from getting more than a few. He gets 2, and it makes it 2nd and 8.
What I meant by Renegades getting in is I meant into the backfield because Solario had a beat on it and timed it perfectly. He timed the cadence perfectly, but they were still able to pick up a yard. 2nd and 9.
You know, it looks like they're going into the traditional I formation. First time we'll see that.
I formation. Look at the big fella, Kevin Gutierrez, 6 foot 245.
They
give it to him and does not work. So the 2018 version of giving it to the
refrigerator. He's 72 too.
Last night, you and I called a high school football game over at Griffith Field where one of our local high school teams put in a sophomore quarterback for about 15 minutes of that third quarter or of the second half. And he ran over dudes.
Yeah, and I said, oh, man, and his name was Man.
Right. 3rd and 8 I formation here. Let's see if these Renegades can do what Kenny says, bounce back after a big play. They try to go to the corner of the end zone, and it is, that's a great catch. Do they give it to him? They do. Touchdown.
He caught Stevens looking into the backfield, got his hand caught in the cookie jar. Definitely wasn't technique that we teach as DBs, to take 2 steps back and just look into the backfield. We do play where we read the quarterback for their drop, but after that initial 3-step drop, you get your eyes to your receiver, and he never put his eyes on the receiver, and that's a 6-0 lead.
Boy, Miguel Aguero put that where it only could have been placed, and here comes the PAT by the left-footed kicker. It's through and it's good. It's 7-0. We'll step away for a moment on Bakersfield.com. News Talk 1180 KERN and 96.1.
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Welcome back to BC Renegade Football on Bakersfield.com. Current News Talk 1180 AM, 96.1 FM. Kenny Calvin and Vance Palm. And we got the East LA football team scoring first on a fade pattern over Sean Stevens. You know, we talk about our technique from a corner's perspective. We do read the quarterback's drop here in one-on-one coverage, but sooner than later, you got to get your eyes locked into the receiver to make a play on the ball. And we just didn't do that. 7-0, 6:41 left in the first quarter. And they go sky kick.
Pitching wedge, fair caught at the 36-yard line. Didn't even mess around with it, and nice job out there. Just Marcus Furlow said, I got it.
Oh, I called him his older brother, Lyle. Marcus Furlow.
Kenny, 88 championship 30 years ago.
Beautiful.
You were telling me before the game you were over there playing around with a kid, probably playing tackle or something happening. I was sitting over here with some college graduates. We were kind of just saying, wow, remember the days when we were at BC, how much fun with this? Out of nowhere.
Vance, I remember we would be back there playing our little two-hand touch games, and then you hear the crowd go wild, and you run back over here to see what happened.
Irby, ball's at the 37. He starts off by handing it to the same old workhorse, or same young workhorse, Elijah Ortiz, the sophomore Stockdale Mustang out of Bakersfield, California. Talked about it already, over 40 carries last week. 40, everybody.
And I think that's when Elisha is at his best, running downhill. Instead of going east to west with these sweeps and power plays, go ahead and blast, create a seam, and give that guy an opportunity to just get north and south. 2nd and 5 for the Renegades.
Got it to the 42. Ortiz just decides to run into a group of about 5 defenders, really know where he could go. So and that's going to be a flag, and that's going to be on an East LA player. I believe it's going to be on Dylan Collins from Long Beach Poly out of Carson. Let's see.
He must have got a call from his cousin that played for Long Beach last week.
And he's telling his coaches, all I was trying to do was strip the ball out. The problem was the Renegade had been on the ground for 3 seconds.
We'll take it.
Yep. So the 6'4", 200-pound DB, that's a big DB, everybody, at this level. Collins, out of Long Beach Poly High School, is called for personal foul, roughing the running back. Elijah was on his back for 2 or 3 seconds, and guys just still trying to strip the ball out. 1st and 10.
Huge first down.
A big one. Big one.
East LA, they show a 30 front, and then they drop that outside linebacker to make it a 4-3 defense with a single high safety. Sooner or later, we got to go up.
Ortiz out to the left side, has some room, picks up the first down. Oh, what a beautiful play. Huskies falling all over the place trying to get to him, and he just leaves them in the dust. 13-yard run. 1st and 10, Renegades on the far hash over by their sidelines, heading into the horseshoe with the BC logo.
Great adjustment. I said we should go blast, and they went power, and it actually worked.
Hurry up offense, no huddle, Irby, hard count, and look at this. The flag should fly, and they do. Boy, he's really got that down. He really over-exaggerates the clap, too, and the head, and he butts the head. And he had 3 Huskies jump off sides there, so it's going to be 1st and 5 now.
And you see Irby coming into his own, getting a grip of that offense in that cadence. 1st and 5. Renegades rolling.
Ortiz stands behind Irby. Irby in like an abbreviated shotgun. He's only about 3 yards behind the center. Nobody jumps. This time he might step back a foot, maybe not. Oh, he's going to go up and whisper to the offensive line, let them know what he wants.
Good old pistol formation.
I think so. And that's exactly what they do. And, Elijah Ortiz made one good move, had one defensive player miss, but by the second time he made a move, they were all over him, no gain.
Sooner or later, expect that play action pass because that safety and those linebackers are creeping down to prevent that ISO blast play.
Shane Jones and Chance Cooper down here, right side of your screen. Cam Roberson way up at the top side, Kenny, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, look how tight the safety is playing. He's 7 yards, he's about 10 to 12 yards off the football, but that's still tight as a free safety.
2nd and 6, Irby throws one out to that back corner.
Touchdown.
What a catch. Is it caught? Oh, what a catch.
Beast.
Chance Cooper, touchdown. Boom. Listen to this crowd.
Wow. Showing up and showing out. Highest point, perfect pass by Irby.
Irby to this near pylon over here, and it was not a high pass. It wasn't one of those big arching passes that he makes. That was pretty much on a rope for 30 yards. Cooper goes up at the highest point, as Kenny said, and he actually had to catch it almost around the helmet of the defender. That's a big-time touchdown right there. That is nice.
Second time we've seen Irby make that pinpoint pass where only his receiver can have an opportunity to catch it.
Oh, boy.
Great job.
Jacob Irby, the freshman out of Concord, North Carolina. Here's the PAT, and DeJager puts it through. We'll take a short break. We're tied at 7. Nice football game breaking out here up at Memorial Stadium. Back right after this.
Current Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special. Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow...
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm, Kenny Calvin. Our director-producer has a big lollipop in her mouth. So when she says 30 seconds, I don't know if it's 30 or 30. So, Diana, I'll just look at you whenever you point at me. I know we're back on. How about this, 7-7? Well, our spotter, Coop, is also the candy man. He brings up a bag bigger than any Halloween bag you'll ever see.
Coop also gives me motivational quotes through the week. Make me feel like a champ.
Ball's taken at the 15 on the kickoff. Oh, great cover. Ball's on the ground.
Ball's out.
Looks like all indications that it's a Renegade ball, and it is.
Yes.
It's got to be.
How about this? Steven Figures getting down and busting that wedge, causing the receiver to cut up, and his buddies are right behind him as they strip the ball, 1st and 10 Renegades from the 17-yard line.
See who fell on it?
Who's that?
Chance Cooper.
Chance getting his hands wet.
Catches the touchdown pass, then gets a fumble on the kickoff. How's that?
Well, it look like we got our Tony's player of the
Oh,
week
slow
already.
it down, slow it down, slow it down. I just heard from one of our original Renegade Radio consultants, Paul Dameron, saying the sound is great, just don't yell in the mic. And what's the first thing you and I do? Fumble! Get out of the ball!
Sorry, Paul.
Hey, what are you going to do? 1st and 10, and the whistle's below here. Not surprised to see this. I think we're going to see a timeout taken by the Huskies coach. We'll stay here, but he's probably thinking, wait a second. Just out of nowhere, our defense is back on the field, and it's 1st and 10 from the 16. If you're just getting with us, yeah, we are pretty fired up. It's 7-7 right now. The Renegades gave up a touchdown about 3 minutes ago, and then they came storming back and scored on a beautiful pass from Irby to Chance Cooper. And then on the kickoff, the ball gets stripped. Chance Cooper falls on it, and just like that, the Renegades are in the neighborhood. Oof.
Man, speaking of beautiful, look at that skyline. Oh, I love my city sometimes.
Sometimes.
All the time.
Pretty night. It's going to be a perfect night after this game tonight. The Renegades are going to get a win, and then it'll be the fireworks show, and it's going to be nice. Should see about a 70% moon coming over those eastern mountains. One of those special evenings.
Pistol formation, 3 receiver set. We call that spread.
Elijah Ortiz standing right behind Irby, who's in the shotgun. Ball is on the 16-yard line. Oh, and some pretty excited activity over there by Jerron Marshall and the right offensive tackle for the Renegades was the only human that moved. Yeah. And the ball didn't move.
Jerron Marshall, 6'3", 290 pounds, out of Frederick Douglass High School in D.C. He moved on Eastern Standard Time. We're playing in Pacific.
He's still groggy from an 18-inning World Series match.
Ooh, that was a
World
beautiful
Series
game last night. ISO for Ortiz.
And look at the offensive line just going all the way to the end on that. Great job out there. And I think that is Blaine Brown just keeping the legs moving. Under 4 to go here in this first quarter. We're tied at 7.
Blaine Brown getting up to the second level and getting that middle linebacker. Getting that 5 yards back. Check with me for Irby, 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Ortiz got some room now. He gets to the 10. Can he get in? Ortiz tries to get into the 2-yard line, though. What a strong run. Really nice job. Some tackling, some blocking down there by Zach Hartsfield. Gave him just enough to get about 1 yard past the first down marker, 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that play? There's no delay. You know, sometimes there's a delay between that mesh point, and he just gave it to him right away, and that gets that speed of Ortiz off the edge on that power play, 1st and goal.
Strong left side. Irby goes for a hard count. And we've got Labor Von Austin and Cam Roberson way out to the left side, outside the hash marks. Irby hands it to Ortiz. Can Ortiz get in? Very close. Gets to the 1 yard line, maybe 2 yard line. Gained about a yard.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to switch personnel right now because we're in that spread formation, but they're pretty much in that bear defense inside the 5 yard line.
Look at this, Hakeem Taylor.
Some names you haven't heard often. 2nd and goal from the 2 for the Renegades, heading north.
Now a busy backfield back there, a loaded backfield. Marcus Furlow, they're all down low. Look at Ortiz just squatting. He's just crouching. Will they go to him? They do. Will he get in? He does. Touchdown, Renegades. Boom!
Old school full house backfield made famous by Jack Frost football around here. But definitely a great job by Hakeem Taylor and Marcus Furlow coming in to be the 2 lead fullbacks. And that gives us a 13-7 lead with 2:33 to play for the Renegades.
Furlow, the Trojan from Foothill. Taylor, the East High Blade. Elijah Ortiz, the Stockdale Mustang.
Kern County All-Stars VP.
Now you have DeYager from Bakersfield Christian High School and the holder, Josh Moran from Bakersfield High School. The snap, the hold, the PAT is up, and it's a beauty. 14-7.
How about DeYager continuing to be perfect as we have a Renegade down? He's up now, though. And that was Brown. But
yes?
I was trying to decipher what that official was saying.
Well, you may be listening to Jerry Canetta.
Okay.
Jerry Canetta was the everything world-class cheer team leader. Now he's doing the alumni games. He's got everybody up, and anybody that knows anything about the last 30 years of football knows Jerry Canetta's over there. He's got everybody fired up. The space up here is becoming increasingly more difficult to navigate because one Trevor Horn has wedged himself between Kenny and myself.
What up?
He's trying to disguise as if he's our buddy coming to say hi when really he's just bringing his wife up for the fireworks show. You're not kidding anybody, buddy. You're not. And we do have hashtag Better Horn here.
Trevor, man, you're one of the busiest people in the world. We worked the game last night, and then I get home, I'm kicking my feet off, and you're in the studio
down there if you want.
running down scores, man. You never sleep. I thought I never sleep.
Hold on a second.
I'll sleep in the office.
Hold on.
Like, what sleep?
I've continued to let you know that your accuracy is what you're appreciated for, and your truth-telling is what you're appreciated for, Kenny. Keep it that way, all right? Don't start stretching things. Hey, Coop's got candy for you guys down there. All right. While all that was happening, a return.
Taken out to the 25-yard line of East LA. Well, it'll be 1st and 10 while Coop's down there giving bear hugs. If you never met Coop, he's a gentle giant, UCLA legend, spotter for the famous VP, but more than anything, one of the biggest hearts in the world, man. You gotta love
He
it.
just picked up Trevor. That's no easy task.
He picked Trevor up almost over his head. 1st and 10, East LA, shotgun double set.
2:27 remains in the first quarter. Renegades lead by a touchdown. It's a run play to the right side. It's given to Armando Velasco out of Santa Fe Springs, and he muscles his way up to a 5-yard gain. I thought he got popped at the line of scrimmage, and he still was able to get 5 out of that. And he will have to come off the field, though, because his helmet did get popped off.
I thought I saw a lid pop off.
That's his, so he'll have to get off the field for at least one play. Man, Armando Velasco, 6'1", 185. And, boy, he brought it on that run, a gain of 5.
Well, VP, my eyes were playing tricks on me. I think that's dark green and white down there. I thought it was Penn State style, but it's dark green and white of East LA. And they go double reverse and ball's on the ground.
Ooh.
And they pick it up, and he's still on his feet across the 30.
Wow, I'll tell you what, they were able to not only pick the ball back up after it fell, but Jalen Jolly from Pasadena actually picked up 3 yards.
Well, one of the things Metis talked about in pregame was the razzle-dazzle of East LA. They're a team that's on the wrong side of the win column, and they do a lot to keep themselves in the games. And that time they tried the sweep reverse, Only got about 3 yards. Great pursuit by Renegade defense.
3rd and 2. Oh, look at this pursuit by the Renegades. It is picked up quickly, and it was perfectly read. And Stephen Marks, the Bakersfield High School driller,
boy, how about that
lashed in
penetration?
there and penetrated it so bad that it went from a 3rd and 2 to a 4th and 7, and they will have to punt the football. For those of you watching on Bakersfield.com, you just saw what we oohed about. That was nice.
Those are the kind of plays that get you extra playing time as a 3rd and 4th DB off the bench. Marks isn't a starter. He comes in and plays strong safety. Great job filling that hole.
Renegades make no attempt to come after it this time. Roberson looking for a good bounce, and he might get it. He does. Can he make something happen here? Goes to the other side of the football field.
Why is the ball being blown dead?
I have no idea. There is a flag way back here, and then another flag flown, 2 flags. I don't know if the play was blown dead. Maybe that's the only thing I can think, that the play was blown dead, because Cam did not call fair catch.
This is what happened, VP. You got some officials who were distracted by the riffraff that's going on back at the 25-yard line. They assumed the play was dead, and they start blowing whistles based on what's happening here, while Cam's still returning the football.
Coach Judy and his staff want answers. They're out on the football field saying, wait a minute, we have one of the most explosive return men in the state. Picks up a lucky bounce, and he had taken off, by the way, back towards the BC side and had a huge wall.
That would have been a touchdown.
He had a seam that I could have made it to the end zone in, and the whistles start to blow and everybody stops. And now you have every single official in a huddle and nobody else on the field, so the optics aren't good on this either, because these officials are going to have to do some explaining here.
Yeah, you got to get your head in the game as officials. Just because something's happening down in your end, in your line of sight, doesn't mean you blow a play dead when you don't have an eye on the ball.
Here, let's see what it is.
We have 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul. Offense. Personal foul. Defense. We'll replay that down.
Well, that's no explanation.
Well, I guess that's the reason why you feel like you can blow it dead, because you know you're going to call offsetting penalties. However, you still should allow that play to be played out. You don't just stop a play in the middle of play.
I don't believe Coach Judy's satisfied with the explanation.
You know, it's one of those situations where you definitely got a offsetting penalty.
Well, Kenny, for our radio audience, for those of you watching on Bakersfield.com, you can see it, but for our radio audience, essentially you've got a play, and there's a play going on. The ball's booted to Cam Roberson. He starts taking off running, and then the whistles start blowing while the play's going. Man, oh, man.
Oh, get it together, Zippers. I tried to do my best to lay off of them, but what if they want to make themselves the life of the party?
43 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. They'll repunt it. Cam will stand back at the 40. High snap, got it. Ooh, boy.
That's a much better punt.
Cam likes it, though, takes it at the 20. He's looking for some room. Look out, Cam. Makes
nice
another
move.
couple of good moves. Can he get free? Oh, he almost did. 29-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10. Renegades will come out. 30 seconds in this first quarter. That's what we have left. 14-7. Renegades up by a touchdown. We're taking on East LA tonight. It's homecoming. Also, we'll be honoring the 1988 national championship team. So many of them starting to congregate in the south.
Oh, you got to love
part of
those
the end
red
zone.
shirts down there, VP, right?
It looks good. And by the way, we had ours on for the pregame show. Kenny we'll have them on for the halftime show, and you can pick these up. We still have these. Not we don't have them, but the
Johnny Rose.
Get it through. Well, just get in touch with Bakersfield College and let you know how to get them. Pretty cool shirts.
Trips bunch set.
So Irby bobbled the snap, and instead of trying to make a handoff, he just ate it and
good decision.
Lost a few yards out there. The snap was bobbled long enough to where Ortiz had already missed him. He'd already gone by him, so he said, I got it. We'll lose a yard.
And remember last drive I talked about how quick the snap was and how we were able to get that ball to him without a delay. Any kind of delay in that snap throws off the timing.
We saw it last night at high school.
Yes, we did.
Just in that RPO offense.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. 14-7. Renegades lead by a touchdown. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll start the second quarter here on Newstalk 1180, KERN, 96.1 FM, and, of course, Bakersfield.com.
From the growers and winemakers To the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Validtix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5488.
About to start the second quarter here. High atop the Dameron deck, 14-7. Renegades lead by a touchdown. Stephen Lynch, the Lynch mob, is here. Irby rolls to his right, floats one out there, just overthrows it. Hey, Slacker, did you watch the whole game last night? You stay up for it all? Steve Lynch.
Steve Lynch.
Worked a high school football game like so many of us.
Thanks for welcoming me to the booth last night, VP. Always a dream experience working with you in these situations.
We left Bakersfield High School like 9:45, and everybody's like, hey, man, you watching the game? I said, I just finished the game. No, the World Series.
That was an amazing game, man.
Little did I know, 3 hours more, I'd still be watching it. Irby, beautiful pass play out here to Ortiz. Ortiz takes one hit. Now he might get outside. Oh, good play by East LA. That's some pretty rugged defense out there by Sam Brown out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Aggressive play, and the Renegades are stalled. They're going to have to punt.
We talked about Renegade pursuit. That was some fantastic pursuit by East LA on the screen pass. Got some stats. What are we looking at, VP?
14-7, that's a good stat.
Always. Elisha Ortiz, 10 carries for 38 yards so far. Chance Cooper with that amazing catch for his only touch.
Carson Olivas, 2 punts, 81 yards total. Here's another one. Just a huge booming putt. Look out.
Oh, he touched that. He touched that.
Ooh,
it was close.
Carson Olivas hits these things so far that the return man, Cleo Sessions Jr., is just, I think he's more in disbelief. That ball's still going. It's still going. He's starting to run backwards. Then he turned and run like a receiver to get it, and it still was too much for him. And the ball bounces back at the 22-yard line.
You know what Carson is saying? You disrespecting me, young man?
Well, you disrespect by not scouting me? Okay.
You better back up. Second straight putt over his head, 10 yards.
I was down by Carson the pregame and just watching and just being close to it. Here come the Renegades, and will they get it?
Oh.
And I think they do. Another fantabulous play by Mario.
Whoa. How about that pursuit from the linebacker position?
Solari. How come you stopped singing?
You know what? I'm just amazed at this pursuit.
These
saw guys
coming.
Are shooting.
But Kenny, the thing about it is he's timing it perfectly. And if you're the quarterback, Miguel Aguero, and you see this, 6-foot, 220-pound linebacker coming out, he doesn't delay the snap. Solario times it perfectly. Another big sack for Solario. That's 2 already. Aguero running to his right, stops, steps back up. He might be in trouble. Oh, gets rid of it, floats it out there. And I guess there was a receiver close to that.
I guess.
Daniel Munguia was kind of in the neighborhood, so no intentional grounding. 3rd and 13. Boy, this front group for the Renegades is just doing it. You're talking about Roberto Enriquez and Gabriel Maldonado. The pressure is just immense right now. And then who comes in? Ricky Lingwei.
Oh, why?
And you're right. And Holden Williams up there, just making life miserable for the quarterbacks this season.
2 deep safety look for the Renegades. Maybe playing a soft shell 2 zone coverage and seeing if we can keep things in front of us.
3rd and 13, and Guile floats one out here, and
Locked up by Ideal Richards.
no chance. No chance. The only quarterback all season that has really, truly not been ultra phased was the Mount Sac quarterback Nava. Other than
Yes.
that, every quarterback, even our 2 losses, one to Golden West and Ventura, those quarterbacks did not have their way with our defense at all. So these
Great
guys have just
observation.
been wreaking havoc on quarterbacks this season. Cam Roberson stands at the 40.
I think we got something special coming out of Cam right now.
Renegades have been very aggressive.
No win right now. We got a dead flag.
Will they go for it again? Flags everywhere. That may be on the offense. That may be on the offense.
You see how high that snap was?
The second one
high.
in a row.
Yeah, second one, VP.
I think this is going to be false start.
False start.
And it is.
Offense.
Back him up.
So
Sweeten the deal.
Cam will come up to about the 45 near midfield.
You know what? As I watched that Dodger game last night, I thought about my other Roberson cousin. The Garces graduate who was drafted by the Dodgers. How good does that feel as a family on homecoming weekend watching the Dodgers win that World Series game last night and then coming out and watching Cam perform today?
All right, Cam has moved inside Husky territory. He's now at the 50. A high boomer, and I think this time he will call for a fair catch and catches it at the 45, so it'll be great field position. 1st and 10 for the Renegades at their own 45. 13:05 remains here in the first half. At halftime, we will have the Red Carpet Halftime Show brought to you by Carpet Outlet Plus.
Man.
Kenny and I will recap the first half, and then Kenny has a very, very special guest, and we'll wait, just kind of save that and hang on to it because we also want to be able to at least catch some video and possibly a little audio of what's going on down on the field. But Kenny has a super special guest at halftime.
I would say probably the most special person in my Renegade career because he was my first coach.
Irby to Ortiz.
Can't wait to talk about that.
1 yard gain by Ortiz. Adarian, caught
There you
myself.
go. You got yourself this time.
Caught myself. Adarian Rowell, now the lone back behind Irby.
Good to see Adarian getting some different touches.
Yeah. 2nd and 9. Irby wants to float one far down and just overthrows everybody. He's got such a strong arm. And he can just,
we got some laundry.
Yeah, they may have hit him. They might have gotten him afterwards. I thought that's gonna be ooh.
That is not a terrible towel down there. Roughing the passer.
Now, if you're the Huskies coaching staff, I'm certainly you don't agree with that. It was
Yeah, you got to wonder if it was crown of the helmet or something because it seemed right on time.
right. Coaching staff not happy with that call. Not that they really ever are with a call against them, but I think
We try to be fair as we
I
can
don't know if
be.
I agree with
However,
the call.
I'll take it.
Oh, now you're going to sing. Okay, okay, good.
My Brian McKnight impersonation.
1st and 10, ball on the Huskies' 39-yard line. 12:20 to go here in this first half.
We found something with this trip H-back set that we got because we're running trips, but we got an H-back in there instead of a wideout.
Ortiz looks some real estate, cuts up against the grain. Nice 5-yard hard run.
And Ortiz goes right off that 28 edge that I was talking about with that H-back. You know, one thing about a running game, and my wife hates running game football, but if you can run the football 5 yards per carry every time, that's going to be a great result for your team. 2nd and 5 Renegades.
Yeah, if she was a head coach and had a 5-yard per carry average, she'd dig it. You're right. Ortiz, nifty footwork in there, and that's just flags on the play.
How about that vision in between tackles?
Just he got 3 yards out of nothing, but a flag right behind the action from the offensive side of the football. So, you know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out this is probably going to be holding. And it is.
Offense. Number 65.
So
Replay, second down.
I always wonder if that's my coach, James Taplin, down there with that white hat on.
It's not. I parked over there by the basketball gym today, came through, and saw all the officials kind of talking and going over some stuff.
Backs it up to about 2nd and 15. 11:36 remaining to play in the second quarter.
Looks like they're trying to bring everybody, the Huskies are, but Irby just slows everything down, says hold it, hold it, hold it.
VP.
Yep.
I was going to say they were in that single high safety, and now they go to 2 deep, and now that might change the play. But they stay in that single high safety. We're going to go 4 vertical.
Irby sidesteps, gets out of trouble, pick up some really nice blocking. Irby to the 40, to the 35, and
wait.
Look at this. I think they may move the sticks.
It's first down. How about that backside block by number 50 of the Renegades? I believe it was number 50, Devin Zinn. Or Caden Cox, either one of those guys. I'm not sure who got that.
Josh Ubeda.
Josh Ubeda with the great
just
block.
Waiting for it. He's just sitting there waiting for the defense to come his way, and he lowers the boom, and Irby with an 11-yard scamper, first down Renegades. Ball at the 29-yard line. Ortiz looking for that end zone. Ooh.
We keep highlighting this blocking that's going on down here.
About a
Marcus
7-yard gain. Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, my goodness.
They're getting off. They're absolutely getting off, firing off that offensive line. And, boy, all those offensive linemen from that 88 team over there saying, look at those guys.
And that's when you're going to play inspired.
2nd and 4. Ortiz, run play to the right, stretches out. Ortiz trying to get to that 19-yard line for a first down, and he got to the 21, so he'll be a couple yards short, 3rd and 2. And the Renegades have the ball on the far hash. They're heading towards downtown, and that national championship team are all in that corner right there. So whoever is running that ball to that corner is running right at all those national champions.
You just took the words right out of my mouth, because that would give me goosebumps as a player seeing all those champions down there. I want to show out.
Right, I want to run them over. 3rd and 1 now. And Furlow in the slot. Ortiz makes 1 good move, 2 good moves, and he's got a first down. Picks up 4 yards on a 3rd and 1, and that is a first down. Nice job by Elijah.
And I'm glad you talked about Furlow before the snap, because Furlow is playing that H-back position that we talked about. And what he's doing on the snap, he's pulling and catching the opposite defensive tackle to create that lane for Elijah Ortiz. Great scheme, dialed up in the running game in this pistol formation.
1st and 10 from the 18-yard line, they say. The Renegades, with 9:27 to go in this first half, lead 14-7. Irby, handoff to the left side. Ortiz in trouble, can't get out of trouble and doesn't get anything. Trying to make something happen. And you know, it's amazing. They go to him so many times, and like last week, they went to him 41 out of maybe
carries.
48 times, and really still he's able to get positive yards. You'd think when the defense knows what's happening, everybody in the stadium knows what's happening, Ortiz can still get positive yards on almost every carry.
And he never seems to get tired.
Roberson down here on the bottom of your screen, the left side of your screen. He's one-on-one here, just as the Huskies were in their 1 touchdown in this little corner down here by us.
And here's that single high safety that I said that we need to attack in the passing game.
They go to Cameron, and he was going to try to slant back in and do something with him, but it was dropped, incomplete. And I know Cameron could have caught that had he just waited for the ball, grab it, then go. Not the best pass, kind of had to go back a little bit, but he's so fast that he just wants to take off. He wants to get the minimal part of catching that football done, get that over with so I can just take off. But that time he left early. 3rd and 10. Wow, 2 quick plays, no gain. From the 18, Irby to Ortiz. Ortiz busts through the line of scrimmage and gets to the 14-yard line. Nice 5-yard gain. Man, whistles, blows sooner or later, please.
Yeah, smart play. Line that up for Nathan DeJager. To see what he can do.
I haven't signed off on that yet.
With this 4th and 6. We working it out tonight. We're going to see how it rolls off the tongue tonight.
The Legger, DeJager.
4th and 7. But first opportunity for Nathan to come out and do what he does best. Let's see if we can keep this perfect streak going.
Hey, in the art of full transparency, that's not Kenny's moniker. He didn't give him that. One of our good friends did, and so the jury's kind of out on that. Hey, we'll take a timeout. 7:54 left in this first half. Renegades up by touchdown. Back right after this.
Running your business is hard work, but with the right tools and guidance, we can make it easier. At Rabobank, we deliver smart banking and lending solutions for local businesses, and we're always ready to roll up our sleeves and work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right.
7:54 remains in this first half. It's a 4th and 7 from the Huskies 15, and even after the timeout, DeJager will come back out, and the timeout was taken by East LA. For a second, we thought it may have been taken by our Renegades, and now it'll be a 32-yarder for our perfect kicker. The snap, the hold, and the whistles.
Penalty marker on the play.
And what's that going to be? Because that definitely can't be a delay of game that quick after a timeout.
And if it's they have enough guys on the field?
Oh, they may have 12. Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12 on the defense.
So that'll make it 4th and 2.
Prior to the kick,
That's going to make it a first down.
substitution on the defense. 5-yard penalty.
Oh, it should have been a first down.
Fourth down.
So now it makes it 4th and 2. What do you think? You've got all these workhorses in there. Will they give DeJager the 3 anyway? I mean, the opportunity for 3. Nathan DeJager could kick this off the scoreboard. It's going to be a 27-yarder now. Moran, the holder, down at the 17-yard line. DeJager, it's up, and it's, of course, boom! Perfect. 17-7. 7:52 remains here in this first half. Renegades up 10 over the East LA College Huskies.
Brings his total up to 62 points.
You definitely needed that field goal. You don't want to get too pretty.
62 points now. 62 points for Nathan DeJager.
Definitely continuing his amazing streak. What else do you expect when you got amazing coaches like Mateo Alvarez and Coach Lorenzo Alvarez, who's also running for Kern Community College District Board? Good luck to you, Coach. You got my vote.
The wind has been swirling around. It was coming from the west a little while ago. Now it's coming from the northeast. That flag's starting to blow. Jerry Canetti, yeah, that's great, man. He is getting everybody fired up
You hear
over
him?
there.
Everybody up.
Oh,
nope,
yeah.
nope, you too. 7:52 remaining to play in this second quarter. That's a long time. Arvin with the kick, and that's a good one.
This is number 9, Terrell Robinson.
Down
Robinson
to the
gets
3.
it at the 4-yard line. Oh, Robinson's got some news. Uh-oh. He's at the 40 to the 50, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So a flag on the play afterwards, and was that a late hit?
No way. He was in the field of play when that hit was made.
And what's this call going to be? I wonder if this might get waved off.
It better get waved off, or I'm going down. It definitely was a tackle that was made in the
Of course,
play.
he hit him.
Personal foul. Late hit.
Oh, terrible
come
call.
on.
Get out of
Listen
here
to
with
this
that.
crowd.
That was a terrible call.
And I'm not saying listen to the crowd because, like, you know, it's a home crowd. They're not going to be happy. But for anybody that watched that on Bakersfield.com, well, if he didn't hit him, he'd still be running.
Exactly.
Be a touchdown.
Takes the ball all the way down to the Renegade 32-yard line.
I mean,
Goodness gracious.
We've seen some inconsistency from these officials. We try our best to lay off you. But like I said, if you want to make yourself the center of attention.
Robertson's running down the sidelines. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40, and they shove him out of bounds. Oh,
It's ridiculous.
aren't we supposed to knock him out of bounds? 1st and 10, Renegade 32. Trickeration. They're going to go back to the quarterback. No, they're not. They hand it off to Paul Herrera, and Herrera rolls over here, turns back to throw it to the QB, but and there was James Thomas glued on top of him. That was nothing. I think our good friend Stan Green will probably be down there going, what is that?
Man, y'all better take that back to Slauson and Avalon. That ain't working around here.
That
2nd and 10.
Not happening in Turkey Bowl Thanksgiving flag football, man. No dice.
Shotgun double set for East LA against a 40-even front of the Renegades.
Velasco, the lone back there. They fake it to him. McGuire drops back, throws, and had a man open for a second, Cleo Session Jr., but I'll tell you what, Aguero is getting a little gun shy back there. And he's going to have a quick chat with his offensive coordinator. They bring him over.
Well, that pocket started to collapse, and you saw those red jerseys start crossing your eyes.
But I'll tell you what, he had more time on that one than most, and he still just kind of chucked it early and way short. So I think he's just been hit.
Oh, yeah, we're in his head. Now. We're in your head, young man.
Here is a 3rd and 10. 7:34 to go in the half. As Kenny said, a lot of time still. 17-7 Renegades. And there's a man wide open. Goodness gracious. A huge first down. Ball's down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal from the 10. How did that happen? There was
blown coverage.
About a tennis court size of space down in between the entire interior of the defense. 1st down Huskies at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal.
I'd like to see where he came from because he was all alone.
Man, oh man.
Macaulay Culkin.
Aguero tells James Dunn to get in the slot on the left side. Aguero steps back, fires, has a man wide open, and it is that caught?
Out of bounds. Out of bounds.
What's the call? What's the call? You got to make a call, guys. And a flag comes up.
Oh, he just...
What's the call? It's got to be a touchdown. Touchdown they gave him.
Ooh, I would like to see those feet. I don't think those feet got in.
Here's the thing. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Great play. I think what happened was the official on the pylon that was to make the call kind of got knocked over. And he didn't have a split decision ready because he was trying to literally get his balance.
What is this flag, though?
I think the flag is some talk back by the receiver. I think the receiver, did they give it to the ball boy? Okay, so they did give it to the East LA ball boy. He went. I know he went down to congratulate his receiver on a touchdown catch.
That was an amazing pass and catch. However, I do not think that young man got his foot down inside the end zone, and the ref has no idea because he was on his back.
Yeah, that was a funky play, but guess what? It was a touchdown. And now, an important PAT from the left-footed Javier Valdivia. No, not Valdivia. Don't have a number. Sorry about that. It's good, and it's through. 17-14. Back to a three-point ball game. 7:04 remains here in the first half.
Well, it's just like we said. East LA is a team. They have athletes. You know, they're basically in an up-and-down year. They put 55 points on the board this season. They beat Long Beach 20-13. They're definitely going to continue to play at a high level as long as you give them opportunity to. Renegades just got to do a better job executing in the red zone as usual. And you always have to be aware of them going onside. They tried to sky kick last time. They had 2 onside kicks versus Long Beach that helped them get the win. So I'm sure that the coaches have definitely let them know.
I am having a surreal time lapse moment of hearing Caneto over there. And he's got them all up for the kickoff. And here comes another short kick, and that's going to be fair caught at the 30.
And again, a fair catch.
So the Renegades will start off first and 10.
Taken by number 88.
Great football game, 17-14, Renegades up by 3, 7 minutes to go here in the first half. At halftime, Kenny and I will recap it quickly for you, and then Kenny has a very special guest that he has already interviewed, and it's in the can, so to speak. But
that was fun too. A little different atmosphere, having an opportunity to be down there with the guys. First and 10 Renegades.
Irby. Big, strong run by Isaiah Martin. Isaiah Martin comes into the game, and he lowers the boom. And if you're one of those DBs, you got to be thinking, wow, another guy?
Well, I'll tell you what. Totally different running styles, but just as, I would say, the same amount of power. Martin runs like a steam engine heading downhill.
And he had a little bit of a hop. He took a little skip and a hop over one of the player's legs, and by the time he came down, he had full force on that. A 6-yard run for his first carry of the evening. Now it's Ortiz. No, Irby with the fake. Flag on the play, though. Irby with a really nice fake to Elijah Ortiz. He faked me out, and he faked a lot of that line out, a defensive line over there, but it's in that holding part of the football field.
Yeah, and these officials are starting to throw as much laundry as they can, and it indeed is holding. It's going to negate that good first down rush.
So Isaiah Martin gets called for the hold. He has a 6-yard gain, and the next play gets called for a hold.
And that's usually why guys aren't starters.
Darian Rowell.
You have to be able to do the little things as well as carry the football as a running back.
Man, look at this man-to-man coverage. You've got Tyrus Douglas on Rowell. That's advantage Renegades.
That should be offsides on this outside linebacker down here.
And flag on the play, as Kenny said, and the flag was thrown way over there by the Renegade sideline at the line of scrimmage.
We had them on both sides, VP.
Oh, over here, so, must be on the line then, because Coach Chudy over there having a discussion with the white hat and the side judge.
Offside. Defense.
Ooh.
Number 9 lined up in the neutral zone. Replay, second down.
Terrell Robinson.
They have
9.
listed him as a receiver. He's playing outside linebacker right now, 6'4", 195 pounds out of Hawkins High School.
Huh. Yeah, there he is, right there.
It's going to make it 2nd and 9 for the Renegades. 5:53 remaining in the second quarter.
Ortiz and Martin, one on each side of Irby. Some good protection back there. Irby down the far side, has it, floats it out, caught by Shane Jones, and Jones is on the loose. There's a flag on the play, but Jones is loose to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. I'll still give it a boom. Boom. Touchdown. Flag on the play, but I think it may be on the defense anyway.
It better be, or I'm going down there. I'm saying that all night.
Yeah, you made 4 trips and haven't left the Dameron deck yet.
Well, hey, I was a little tough on my little cousin, Shane Jones. Yes.
Hey, touchdown, Renegades. Now you fire that cannon. Boom. That's a nice one. What a pass to Shane Jones.
And I got to say this. I was a little tough on my cousin because we saw him the last 2 weeks. He's dropped some of those same fade patterns. That time, he was inspired by Cooper, who made the tough catch on that other end and said, hold it, I can't keep letting you outshine me or they're going to keep throwing it to you.
And,
great job.
We talked about that pocket of red shirts down there, those polos being worn by that.
Whoa.
Shane just ran right into those guys. He carried the ball right into the end zone, looked at them all and said, yep, that's for you, fellas.
That's for you, fellas. And that just gave me goosebumps right there because I know he had to be the happiest person in the stadium to be able to score like that in front of all of those legends.
Kenny, a great catch, and then fought off the defender to get himself loose. Here's DeJager with a PAT. It's up, it's through, and it's 24-14. We'll take a short break. 5.5 left in the half. Renegades up 10 at Memorial Stadium, homecoming.
Great catch.
Current Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Current Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Current Schools, together we have something special.
For the Renegades.
Welcome back. Renegades up 24-14 after an amazing high point fade pass caught by my little Cuddy Shane Jones from Jacob Irby. What made the catch amazing for our radio listeners was the fact that the defender PI'd, pass interference, and Shane caught the ball anyway and then escaped from that. Kickoff taken to the 27-yard line. We see multiple flags, usually meaning blocking the back. 5:32 remaining to play in the second quarter. I'd like to welcome everybody on Kern News Talk 1180 AM, 96.1 FM, Bakersfield.com, TBC Sports.
3 flags came in from everywhere.
Way to answer by that Renegade offense after a good drive.
Going to return, holding, 54.
It's going to be a holding penalty on East LA.
It must have been pretty obvious. 3 flags came at him.
Well, finally the referees are on the same page.
First and 10.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, maybe the 16. You saw those pictures of the national championship team having lunch at Luigi's yesterday. Paul Pavletich was a guest on the show this week, too. That was cool.
Spanky and Stan were sitting in the front. I saw Stan last night at the BHS game. He said, man, he put that picture up us on social networking. And I told Spanky, I said, man, we look like the old guys bingo club on a cruise ship or something. I said, hey, you guys made some serious positive vibrations come through this city.
Yes, she did.
There's a run play to start off this series.
Simpkins.
And Jalen Simpkins makes
Give
the
him
tackle.
a stare down afterward, too, VP. Like, what you doing?
He threw the running back down and stood over him like, come on now. Come on
and
now.
then he stared down the sideline. Ooh, I love this kid.
Yeah, he is. He is. Look at him. He's not happy with something, and he wants everybody to know about it. But he hustles back over there. 2nd and 10. We're going to dip below the 5-minute mark on this play. Arguello drops, throws, and that could be a flag, and it is. It's a flag in the Renegades. And what's interesting is that, you know, you have Jalen Simpkins talking to his teammate, Stephen Marks, letting Stephen know, and it's possibly part of your fault there. Abdul Richards was caught in the fray as well, and I saw that from here, pass interference on Abdul Richards. But I think he and Stephen just kind of got confused on coverage there.
Yeah, looks like he had a little bit of 2-man coverage. Abdul Richards expecting more help over the top and gets nervous and grabs on. What's funny, though, is Cleo Sessions Jr., the sophomore receiver out of Garfield, South Central. That's the most excited I've seen him all game.
And it would have been, he would have had to make the catch of the night to get it anyway. 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. More trickeration, double reverse, and that's got to be a flag. Goodness gracious! Everybody in the stadium.
The white hat wasn't going to throw it, or the back judge wasn't going to throw it until the other guy threw it.
The only thing I can think of, he just couldn't get his flag out because that was so bad. You had the
you being nice.
You had the seat attendants over on the other side saying holding.
Man, blatant.
So what it was, everybody, it was a double pitch back to the other side towards the Renegade sideline, and either the receiver or the slot man was basically mugging one of our Renegades, and everybody saw it. I think some of the alumni cheerleaders said holding.
And it kind of seems like we're playing a old Turkey Day football game, seeing these pitch reverses back to back. We've seen 2 pitch reverses in the first half. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
And they've moved the ball at times okay. It's not as if there's desperation. I don't think it's that desperate right now. They're moving the ball all right. They've got 2 touchdowns. 4:44 remaining in the half. Aguero drops back, screenplay, and it's
nice
connected
design.
out there. Can they get the yardage they need to pick up a first down? They are going to get it and more down to the 50-yard line, the 45, the 40, and he gets knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So a beautifully constructed and well-developed screen pass, and oh boy, that was a big first down. So it's these big yards, and Armando Velasco lost his lid, has to come off for just a second, and he'll go back out, but that's a massive first down.
Well, I took a jab at the coaching staff for the 2 reverse plays, but one way you beat a team that's pursuing like we are screens and misdirection plays. So great job by their offense. 1st and 10, East LA heading north.
4:15 and counting left in the half.
Single high safety for the Renegades.
Aguero looks, fires, and it's caught out there. It's complete to James Dunn.
And Aguero's hurt.
LJ Early with the tackle.
Big hit by Mario Solario.
So,
and Aguero is down.
Yeah, no, not Arguello. That's funny. You know what? I've said that a couple of times. It's Aguero.
Aguero.
And now you've got some extracurricular situations taking place between the offensive lineman for East LA and the defensive lineman for the Renegades. And really, the defensive guys are saying, "Hey, we got to your guy. Don't take it so personal." Aguero.
And it looked like it's going to be night-night for Aguero, how he holding that shoulder.
Oh, he's holding his left shoulder, his non-throwing shoulder. We certainly hope he's okay, the freshman out of Boyle Heights. But now it looks like Philip Tran, a sophomore out of Archbishop Mitty in San Jose.
No, what, VP, it's always funny seeing linemen get mad when their quarterback gets hurt. Hey, you mad? Do a better job protecting them.
Yeah, right.
1st and 10.
So Philip Tran, the sophomore, 6'2", 220, hands the ball off on his first play at quarterback.
Body slam by Jalen Simpkins.
David Allen.
They go ISO.
Jalen Simpkins.
Jalen Simpkins meets him in the hole.
He's picking dudes up.
I'm telling you, his dad, Jerome Simpkins, used to do some amazing things on the field. But I got to say, Jalen looks like a better all-around player playing the pass and the run.
Yeah, I'm going to let his dad know you said that. 2nd and 7. They want to try out this new arm, and look at this. They got to Tran as well. They lowered the boom on Tran, so every QB that goes in there is taking big hits. So now it's going to be 3rd and 7, 3:09 remaining here in this first half. Renegades lead by 10, 24-14.
How do you want it? That defensive line is rotating guys in and out, and they keeping fresh legs. That's one of the things that we've done all year. Now it looks like we're in that 30 cover with the 4 receiver set.
A timeout's going to be taken by East LA, and that wind is really blowing now. I don't know if we can get a shot of that flag up there, but that wind is really starting to howl. And when it comes at you, when you're going into the horseshoe and that wind is coming at you, it can make you change your decisions. 3:09 remaining.
So VP, I saw some of the seating come out for the high school games. It would be nice if we can get some of that info before the end of the night. 3 minutes remaining to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's all yours.
But, you know, I definitely had a blast last night. You know, it's always tough seeing the Drillers lose. But like we said, that Liberty team, you know, it's full of former Drillers coaching. You got former Drillers as dads of Liberty High guys. So it's always a beautiful thing to see the community come together and just, you know, enjoy the moment regardless of what side of the aisle you're on. And that's what kind of night it felt like last night. Hopefully we'll get that rematch and my Drillers can have the upper hand in the playoffs like we usually do. A great job by Coach Nix, and congratulations on the league championship.
for the SWIL. All of the leagues were decided last night. 3rd and 7, 3:09 left in the half.
Trips bunch set, I would say, or it's empty. I would say be surprised if this new quarterback has a better opportunity to move around and extend plays with his legs.
Timeout, Bakersfield.
Well, that triple bunch out there right in front of Coach Judy was enough for him to call a quick timeout. We want to thank Luigi's and how apropos Gino Valpredo, fullback on that 88 national championship team.
Man, Gino's famous name.
And now he's at the front of the ship, the captain of the Luigi's Restaurant and Italian Delicatessen, and they are one of our 2 live reads that we let you know about. The other is Hodel's, 2 names synonymous with great service, unparalleled food, fantastic atmosphere and ambiance. Hodel continues to add on to their property in order to give you more meeting space, more room space, and Luigi's also now has their own meeting space. And Gino, to you and your family, thank you so much for everything you do in our community. To all of the Hodel families, thank you so very, very much. We're always so proud to thank you on the air. And Gino, a special week for him as he played on that national championship team. He fed a bunch of those guys yesterday, and even our tailgate party out there today had all that Luigi's food as well.
Man, I just love riding by that place. I don't get to go in as much as I want, being that I'm busy during the day. But tell them to put a picture of us on the wall, VP.
I'll charge him. 3rd and 7. Tran, look out.
Great play by him.
He makes a really, really nice play, a pass, but Jeremiah Johnson was right there, and a big open field tackle by Jeremiah Johnson, and he makes a big play. And now they're 4th and 4. They're going to try to hurry up with no huddle offense. So
watch the ball, defensive line.
It's a huge play, and they go for a hard count. Nobody jumps, so the Renegades certainly showed some discipline there. And now with 10 on the play clock, they're going to rush a field goal. And with 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, they get it snapped, they get it up, it's kicked, and it is good. What a play by East LA. They went for the hard count. Nobody jumped. They flushed people on. They put people off. And what happens? They snap it and get the field goal with 0.0009 seconds on the play clock. That was pretty slick.
That was pretty impressive. You know, definitely you got to have a good, well-coached team, I should say, to be able to pull that off without getting a penalty. East LA not laying down, 24-17. We got a game, VP.
Absolutely.
220. Wow. I will say this, too. You have to be conscious of their extra funny stuff in the kicking game, too. They're going to keep trying these sky kicks. I would expect an onside or a squib as well.
Next Tuesday, women's soccer here at home against Citrus at 5 o'clock.
2:20 remaining to play. 24-17, Vance Palm and Kenny Calvin. I'm already eyeballing my Red Shield players of the game, trying to keep better visual notes.
You tried to give it up in the first quarter. We have our Red Shield player of the game presented by Tony's Pizza.
Shane Jones and Cam Roberson, DPC.
That'll be given in the post-game show. Our red carpet halftime show brought to you by Carpet Outlet Plus coming up here in 2:20. This is an 8-iron at least, and it's going to be fair caught at the 25-yard line, so no attempts to run back these short pooch kicks. And the Renegades will take over on their own 26-yard line. Again, we'll let the cat out of the bag now. Kenny's halftime guest will be none other than Carl Bowser, the legendary head coach of that 88 national championship team. His name is interwoven into the fabric of Bakersfield College.
You know, one of the funny things, VP, sorry to cut you off, but I'm always surprised when they remember me. It's been so long. They're like, how can I forget you, Kenny Calvin? Love it. Coach Bowser.
Elijah Ortiz carries to start this drive off. Stretched out play down here to the left side of the line of scrimmage, right below us. And
timeout situation. We have one. They have none. So expect some running game. And for us to not be in a rush right now, because we definitely don't want to just kick it back to that team who's been operating pretty well this second quarter in East LA.
We're up a touchdown, so as you say, no reason to press.
East LA will get the ball after the half as well, so that's something to think about for the Renegades. We definitely want to convert as we go ISO to Ortiz. Still on his feet, still chopping. He's going to gain about a yard and a half, or it'll be 3rd and 8. 1:22 and counting in the second quarter.
So you've got 1:15 in the game clock, 25 in the play clock, so it's going to get down to 50 seconds before they even have to make this snap. But it is 3rd and 7, so
you got a 3-deep safety look.
Yeah. Irby. Oh, Ortiz hit behind the line of scrimmage for a big hit, really big hit. Lost for 4 yards. Man, that's a big, big play right there. And that was a hit. Tassi Sofa with a big hit, but there's no way they can stop the clock, so it's really only going to be a 10-second differential between the two. And Carson Olivas, if you can see that flag right behind him, coming off of.
Oh, he's about to punt this to Valley Plaza Mall.
that wind is coming right behind him, just off the river in the Kern Valley. And Kenny said, if this ball gets up there, it might go to the practice field. He stands at his own 7-yard line. And it's a boomer.
Punt.
Take him back to the 27-yard line. They're going to try. Watch out. Keep your head on a swivel, boys. Keep your head on a swivel. Oh, no need.
Oh, yes.
7 Renegades swallow up the return man exactly at the end of the half. No time left. No flags. 24-17. A really, really nice football game here. And we have a lot of ceremony, a lot of great things happen at halftime. We'll try to make sure you get some of the action down on the field. And also, Kenny has a great interview with Carr Bowser. When we come back, the Red Carpet Halftime Show brought to you by Carpet Outlet Plus. And the red carpet is going out for this 30-year 1988 National Championship celebration. Back right after this.
For years, Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide? More than any big national bank can offer. Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account. As you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Schools Federal Credit Union is here lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special. For years, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right, from online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Kern Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Kern Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide, more than any big national bank can offer? Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Kern Schools, together we have something
Today,
special.
the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money. Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
While your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Kern Schools, together we have something special. Kern Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right, from online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Kern Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Kern Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide, more than any big national bank can offer? Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Kern Schools, together we have something special. For years,
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Validtix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gades!
Growth starts small, from a seed.
Welcome back, everybody. We're at halftime, 24-17. The Renegades up by 7. Just witnessed some great stuff down on the sidelines with a huge team photograph of the 1988 National Championship team. A big round of applause, a lot of appreciation from this Renegades fan base. That was really, really great to see. In just a second, Kenny's going to even take it a little deeper dive with his interview with head coach Carl Bowser at that time. But first, let's talk about this first half. 24-17, Kenny. Nice little football game here.
Very even football game. Just looked at the numbers. We have 160 passing. They have 159 passing. We have 64 yards on the ground. They have 49 yards on the ground. The one difference is the fumble on that kickoff. And that's the 7-point difference that we have from having the opportunity to convert after that turnover in their own end, being East LA. But more than anything, defense continuing to do a great job protecting the field from big plays. There have been a few big plays by East LA that's given them the opportunity to have 17 points. But as I'm looking at the numbers, very impressed with Jacob Irby. Yeah, he only has 5 or 8 attempts with 5 completions, but he doesn't have any turnovers, and he's doing a better job managing the game from a perspective of managing the clock.
Kenny, in a moment, we're going to be rolling your interview that you had earlier today with head coach Carl Bowser. Before we get to that, tell us what Coach Bowser means to you.
You know what? I got goosebumps just going down to talk to him, based on the fact that he was my first college coach. I was a 11-game starter as a freshman. You know, you always hear this myth that local players don't play at Bakersfield College. Coach Carl Bowser saw something in me and gave me confidence as a young guy that was 150 pounds soaking wet and put me on the field with 10 other grown men and said, I believe in you. Him doing that gave me the confidence to know that, hey, if this guy believes in me, being who he is and what he means to the game, that means I'm pretty special.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. So I know better to not let these guys down. End up winning the championship with him. Reflected on the memory of getting to carry him off field after that championship win and just having the opportunity to see him enjoy the moment with 80 players that he hasn't seen in 30 years. Oh, it's just a beautiful feeling.
Let's roll the interview that Kenny just had earlier today with head coach Carl Bowser. I'm looking forward to this.
Welcome to BC 1988 National Championship 30th year reunion. I'm Kenny Calvin, host of the Renegade Report, and I'm joined with my first collegiate coach, Carl Bowser. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great, Kenny. Really fun to be here today. A lot of fun.
Beautiful sea of red. You know, it's always a beautiful experience to come up here on the hill. I rarely get to do parking lot interviews, but you're one of the people that made this place special for me, and I said I had to go down once I heard Coach was in the building.
Well, I appreciate you coming up, that's for sure.
Well, Coach, one of the most beautiful things about this experience, I had a chance to interview Stan Green, Lindsey Collins, Johnny Rose this Thursday on the Renegade Report, and all they could do was talk about how great it felt to be reunited after 30 years. You know, I talk about our Potato Bowl, back-to-back Potato Bowl championships and having the honor to lift you up and carry you off the field for your last championship win as a coach. How does it feel to be back in this realm with all the guys that you helped make great?
You know, I can't say words that explain it. You get around them, these guys were not just really good football players, they were really good guys.
Definitely.
I mean, I judge people, that's my job. and this group of guys, you know, 80 guys, no doubt probably the best group of young men that we've ever put together at Bakersfield College. It was a tremendous season, hard workers. I mean, we were playing on a practice field like we were in a game all the time. They really competed.
I definitely know. Well, I mean, being one of your guys, you had the faith in me to make me a starter as a freshman. You know, I was about 150 pounds soaking wet. You told Coach Chudy, get that guy in there. I like his heart. Your confidence in me helped me become great at an early age. And just talking to these guys about the magnitude that your presence has had on them as men was such an honoring experience, Coach.
Well, I took a real interest in knowing my players, being involved with them off the field. my coaches when I played did that to me at Bakersfield College. I was a young little old guy running kind of crazy in Bakersfield. And my coach, Coach Beatty and Coach Collis, really stepped in and gave me direction. And I've tried to do that with players that I've coached.
I definitely can identify with that. And being that we don't get to spend much time together, I got to tell you my favorite memory of you from college. We were tied 10-10 versus Glendale at Glendale College. You came in and gave the halftime speech of all halftime speeches, and needless to say, I won't go into detail, but we ended up winning that game 50-10. We scored 40 unanswered points after you came in there and made sure that we knew why we jumped on the bus in the first place to go down to beat Glendale and extend our game-winning streak to be able to go and end up as a 10-1 team.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna take your guys' bologna sandwiches away from you.
You threatened to do a little more to take our sandwiches that day. I'll just say that. But Coach, more than anything, the opportunity to have this generational impact, is unmatched. I've had the opportunity to travel the world through athletics after you were my coach, and just the things that you taught us, it resonated for years. And now we're transitioning that to our kids. My son just left to the Army this week, and I talked about the things that you instilled in us as players to help us become successful. So, before we get out of here, Coach, I want to go ahead and tell you how valuable you were to my success. I'm a father, I'm married, and I definitely wouldn't be the guy that I am if you didn't have the confidence to put me on the field in that number 23 jersey 24 years ago.
That makes my coaching worth it right there.
Absolutely, Coach. Absolutely, Coach. Well, hey, we know you've been busy tonight. We want to give you a chance to get some rest. We're going to have you out for the coin toss and also halftime. But anything else you want to tell the world before we get out of here?
No, just don't tell the referees I got a two-headed coin, so Judy will win the flip.
All right. Coach Bowser still up to those tricks. This is Kenny Calvin of the Renegade Report pregame show for the National Championship 1988 BC Renegade football team. Love you, Coach.
Hey, love you, man, and thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care, Coach. You enjoy the guys. I'll see you later.
Great stuff, Kenny. Had to be a good time to talk to Coach.
Oh man, it's just I was talking to Christian. Me and Christian went down pregame. We had to find him. We saw Miss Bowser and she guided us into the direction, and all of a sudden you saw a sea of red part, and all you saw was Coach Bowser being interviewed by 23 News, and we had a chance to sit and watch that interview, and I felt like a 18-year-old kid again, waiting to get in the game. I remember I can still reflect back to getting my first equipment from Ray Miranda and just coming down wondering how I was going to fit into things around here. And now here we are 25 years later. Dream opportunity. I always let you guys know that, the influence you've had on me, from a broadcast perspective. My man Francis Mayer having the confidence to bring me in and introduce me to Sandy, and just everybody welcoming me into the fold. This gets no better. This was a dream for me as a kid. I remember being the 7th grader watching these games and hoping one day to just be part of the legacy. And now to be able to do the things we do, it's a dream come true.
Saw Coach Pollard down there. Saw Coach Dameron down there. Saw Coach Douglas down there. A great afternoon, evening in the parking lot for tailgating. We'll take a short break here. We're at the what's that? You had something else to say?
Oh, I was gonna say Coach Dameron. I saw Coach Dameron. That was my first time seeing him in a minute. He was like, "You up there with Vance?" I said, "Yeah, I'm up there with VP, Coach." He was like, "Oh, well, we're related." It hurts me to tell you that, but yeah, we're related.
It hurts me to tell you that Coach Dameron took his shirt off down there and put his new shirt on today, and I said, hey, Coach Dameron, take it easy. By the way, these shirts are happening. They're the real deal. Get a hold of us here at BC, and Johnny Rose can get you one. This is the Red Carpet Halftime Show brought to you by our good friends at Carpet Outlet Plus. 24-17 is the score. We've had the national championship team down there taking their photos. Great interview with Kenny and Coach Bowser. We'll take a long break here and be back in a few moments before the third quarter starts. Hope you're enjoying all of this on News Talk 1180 KERN 96.1 FM, and you're being able to watch this on Bakersfield.com. Back in a few minutes.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
While your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special. Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide, more than any big national bank can offer? Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing
While your
matters.
financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools. Together, we have something special. Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide, more than any big national bank can offer? Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Current Schools. Together, we have something
Every day, the
special.
headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right, from online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide, more than any big national bank can offer? Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
About winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing
While your
matters.
financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed our halftime. It's 24-17. The Renegades up by a touchdown, and it is turning into an absolutely perfect late October Saturday night. This is it. Next week, November 3rd, we'll be into November football already, and we'll be hosting Moorpark College, our last regular season home game of the 2018 season. Wasn't it just yesterday? It was Mount Sac, first game of the year. Man, oh man, time just continues to race by. So we'll see everybody here next week for Moorpark at home, and then our final game of the regular season anyway will be November 10th at College of the Canyon. So the Renegades will kick off to start this second half, and they lead by a touchdown, but this is a pesky East LA Huskies team. Kenny, thanks for the great halftime. Appreciate your interview with Coach Bowser, and we've got some football ahead of us now, buddy.
You know, I can't I can't say it enough, man. Just a dream opportunity for a young Bessie Owens baby that turned into a Renegade. 24-17, getting ready to start this half with Mr. Arvin Antonio Garcia, hardest working man on the field. He's going to be kicking into the wind right now. East LA, right where they want to be, trailing 7 after a hard-fought battle in the first half, and we're off. Ball taken at the 10. Ooh! Great job blowing up the wedge.
And what's the
and
flag
he
for?
actually hurt himself.
What's the flag? I hope it's not because it was such a big hit.
Wow, number 53.
We also have some action down here right below us, and the flag was thrown in that direction. So
Jack Tobias. Wow.
Second half starts off with a bang, and Jack Tobias, JT, lowering the boom. It's a big hit. You know, and Jack has been just a force on special teams this year. Has done a great job. Saw his family sitting right below us at the Ventura game, and I know their family's very proud of him. But man, that's a big, big hit.
You know, we had a player on our kickoff team by the name of David Mungro. If my teammates are listening, remembering David Mungro flying down the field, he would be the first person down the field, Vance Palm, every time. Know what position he played? Defensive tackle. Never underestimate.
I believe it. He liked to be out there in that free open space. He was like, man, I'm not being tight. I'm not having to be all sucked in here. I get to rock and roll.
6'5", 270 coming rolling down. Oh, my goodness.
Here comes Solario, and can he get through? That should be a hold, no flag.
Oh.
Uh-oh, look out. If he cuts up field or if he stays on the sideline, that might have been a touchdown for East LA. Solario timed it perfect. I thought I saw at least two Huskies grab Solario by the jersey. No holding call, but a big first down. Could have been a lot more. It's 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line to start this third quarter. The flag in the northeast end of the end zone is blowing feverishly now. So this wind is blowing hard from the northeast. Those fireworks are going to shoot straight up and get blown down to the city. Oh, another big run here. And Velasco on the run. The tackle made by L.J. Early, but, you know, these Huskies aren't going away, bud.
We talked about it. The numbers, sorry, Vince, the numbers were pretty much even at the half as I get my huge ring that Coach Boomers left me.
Well, get it out of the way.
Caught on your watch. but their offensive line is doing a great job pushing the power, and the coaches are doing a great job calling safe plays and minimizing turnovers. Now they're going for pass, and they're going for a fade. They got a step, and he drops it.
That was a nice pass out there. And let's not forget now, we have Philip Tran in at quarterback, and that was a well-thrown football. And frankly, he beat both Renegade defenders, but he dropped the pass, and it was right in his hands.
That was Philip to Philip right there. Philip Tran to Philip Reeves.
And, Kenny, that would have been a 35-yard first down.
You know, but it's a reason why teams are 3 and 4. You have an opportunity where you're beating a great defensive back in Sean Stevens, who's been playing at a high level. You have him beat by 2 steps, yet you don't make the catch. And now it's 3rd and 5. If you don't get this, it's punt team.
3rd and 5, and a big hit by Jalen Simpkins, and good job initial by Solario to do the dirty work, I should say the heavy work, the heavy lifting and all the dirty job of staying down there and taking the contact.
And they're going for it.
So they say. So they say. It's 4th and 3 at their own 35-yard line. I would see maybe a hard count, and then we'll see what happens. Nobody jumps, and they bring on the punt team. So we've seen this bit of shenanigans before.
One of the things we used to do, and you want Sean Stevens to be aware of, when people are running off the field, you want to make sure you're being accountable of everyone who's running off, because I would stay and we would run that fake.
High snap. Oh, man, that's like the 3rd time now. Went up and got it, though. Nobody back to return for the Renegades. And so it's down at about the 25-yard line. Just want to show you this picture of me, you, and John Metis.
Styling, man.
If there was ever 3 dudes who you run into them without some kind of bodyguard, those are it right there.
We look like a new millennium R&B group, KVJ. KVJ coming to you live.
John Metis, we were talking to John about this 1988 National Championship team, and I said, you know, it's so unique that you're covering the story. He said, now, when were you born? 95. I said, 95?
Man, I was named the first team All-American in 95.
I'm mimicking his voice, obviously. I love Johnny, but goodness. Oh, man, what
huge.
Another big hit. I'll tell you what. DeLon Collins has made a name for himself tonight, not always in the best sense. He had a personal foul called against him, and he tries to strip the ball out of our running backs when they're on the ground. But, man, does he bring it. 6'4", 200-pound DB, sophomore out of Long Beach called Pauley. This is not the last we've heard of DeLon Collins.
Yeah, and we talked about the intensity that East LA is going to play with. They're always going to compete to the end. A lot of high confidence guys. Renegades in that trip set. Irby drops back to pass.
He has his man, and it's caught, and the flag on the play, and it's right out in the badlands of the middle of the football field. So Irby connects out there with a Darian Rowell. Rowell takes a big hit, knew he was going to take it, and still made the catch. So there's all kinds of conversations going on. The White Hats talking to one of the DBs that came in for the sack on Irby. But I also think it's going to be pass interference on the DBs that tried to hold on to Rowell. Man, Rowell made a catch knowing he was going to get popped.
You know what? I'm going to give Darian the credit where credit is due. He had a couple games where he got the turf monsters that kept him from – oh, it was a face mask.
Yeah, what happened was Daniel Mendoza grabbed Irby's face mask as Irby let go of it.
Yeah, but getting back to Darian Rowell, he's our third receiver, maybe fourth behind Cooper, but he always takes advantage of his opportunities. Shout out to Andre Rowell, his dad, and one of my sponsors.
How about this? Ortiz just burst through the line of scrimmage, and we're getting chippy. It's just that time of the game now where there's a lot of hard hitting going on, but man, there's a ton of football. We just started the third quarter, and these guys are already playing like it's the last 2 or 3 minutes with regards to the effusiveness and the aggressiveness, what's going on between players on the line of scrimmage.
DeLon Collins getting physical out there. Trip set with the H-back. Furlough.
They get it to Cam, well, they throw it to Cam Roberson. Just a low pass. Cam's diving in towards Irby, so you're running right at the quarterback that's throwing it to you, and Irby threw it low. Hard to manage, and Roberson did not catch it.
And Cam has to be frustrated with himself right now. He hasn't had a ton of opportunities in the passing game. You know, you definitely got to take advantage of those throws no matter where they are. He's the kind of player that seeks the tough catch and usually makes it.
3rd and 8. Ball's at the East LA 38.
I say this 4-down territory for
you
the
want to try to
Renegades.
get in DeJager's range. Irby steps up, throws, and what a pass by Cam Roberson, the catch. Oh, man, Irby, and he stepped up and off 1 foot delivered the dime of the night to Cam Roberson.
Yeah, and Cam took a huge hit, but he's up. But how about that throw to by Irby to Roberson as we're talking about Cam making the tough catch, and he does just that like he heard his big cousin. But Irby, once again, putting the ball where only his receiver can get it, and Roberson does a great job with the tap dance to get his feet down. 1st and goal, Renegades.
Ortiz behind Irby. Irby takes the snap to Ortiz, stretches it out right here below us. Will he get in? He does. Touchdown, Elijah Ortiz. Renegades score. Boom! Boy, some strong running by Elijah Ortiz, and he tiptoes past that first pylon, gets in. Great job by that offensive line, and I'll tell you what, that right tackle, that whole right side of the offensive line, just having to bear down on that hard Russian defense without holding them. Great job.
You know, VP, you took the words right out of my mouth because the defense actually stretched that play and pushed it to where it can only go to the outside. But just great job by that right tackle and that tight end continuing to stay on their block, stay engaged, and continue to pedal your feet to give a guy like Ortiz the chance to get the edge. Touchdown, Renegades.
DeJager, the PAT, it's up, it's through, and it's up into the horseshoe. 11-11 left in the third, and it's now back to a 14-point football game, 31-17. Renegades up. Homecoming here tonight. And again, want to make sure everybody is reminded of next Saturday night we're going to host Moore Park, and it'll be a 6 o'clock kickoff, final regular season home game. Don't know what the postseason will hold for us. If there is one for us, we still need to take care of business tonight. Of course, next week against Moore Park, and then we'll be on the road at an always festive, that's a nice way of putting it, I guess, a festive College of the Canyons.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a tough little situation there.
Man,
We're always in trouble there.
Our whistles never seem to go our way up that way, man. I don't know what it is about that mountain air. We seem to get worked.
Okay, Arvin's going to kick off. You guys always say, what do you mean Arvin? Antonio Garcia, the freshman kicker out of Lamont, the Arvin High School Bear.
Been doing a great job on the year.
Taken at the 12.
Woo! Huge hit.
Boy, Chance Cooper got mugged all the way down the field. Two Huskies basically just kind of roping him in like he's a. That was tough situation. No call there, and not bad field.
Well, I'll say
position
this:
at all.
Steven Figures hasn't played many defensive snaps. He's wearing my old number 23, but he's definitely playing his heart out on this kick coverage team because that's the second huge hit that he's had tonight. 1st and 10, East LA. Funny set right here.
Tran fires. Wow. And the Renegades thought for a second it was picked off, but it was never even caught.
VP, let me talk about this formation real quick.
Please
so
do.
they go 3 down linemen, 1 running back, shotgun. You got trips right with 2 linemen leading on the right, and trips left with 2 linemen leading a back on the other side of the field. And they try to go that quick screen. Whole lot of fancy stuff for nothing. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you're right.
Shotgun double set against a 40 even set for the Renegade defense.
They come at him, and they hit him hard. He gets sandwiched and lets go of a long pass. Good, no flags, no call. Basically, it was Philip Tran just getting hammered as he lets go of it and took a couple of big hits. The first one was none other than Stephen Marks, and L.J. Early was the other one. Ooh. They had a beeline on him, incomplete. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Great coverage in the slot by L.J. Early.
No huddle offense. Tran has him up at the line of scrimmage. Has 1 running back there with him. He's got a pocket, but he's in trouble. It's collapse, and look at this. Ricky Langway gets in, throws him down at about the 14-yard line, and he and Alex Bolden did a high 5 body slam on each other, almost knocked each other out.
Yeah, you better be careful trying to do those chest bumps with Ricky Langway. Got bench 400 pounds, man. But chest bump you back to Mount Vernon and University.
If he'd come up to do that, I'd start, and if he came up and say, nah, I'm good. I can't chest bump that. And
be careful.
Okay. 4th and 19. The Huskies going to have to punt deep in their own territory.
Jones
Ball
back.
comes up. Oh, this could be, if it takes a decent bounce. And
get away, Shane.
Bounces all over the place and goes down about the 31-yard line. Shane for a second was thinking, man, just bounce in my hands. Let me get out of here. 10:04 to go in the 3rd quarter. A lot of football left. And 31-17 a lead for the Renegades. The Renegades.
Well, VP, I think the reason why we saw Shane Jones out there for that punt was Cam took a huge shot on that last pass that he caught. And I'm not sure if he has a helmet in his hand or is coming out to the field. Look like we got some 2s and 3s coming out as we go nuke formation. 1st and 10 Renegades. We go ISO right away to Elisha Ortiz. Great run through that B gap. He gets 7 on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
Renegades 4 and 3 overall.
Well, I'll tell you what, 5 and 3 sounds much better than anything else.
2 and 1.
We're trying to get some of that postseason change.
Ortiz. Oh, and they rip off the helmet of Elijah Ortiz, and And now it's starting to get even more testy out there because you've got a lineman of Eamon Sullivan who does not take kindly to having defensive players rip his running back's helmet off.
Yeah, and it came off so quick. I thought it was just knocked off, but apparently he grabbed a hold of it. And, you know, I hate to say this because I got a ton of LA guys that I love and respect, but it's something about when you get an LA team down up here in this great stadium of ours, you start to see some of that character that's
Armando
a little subpar.
Velasco. Oh, boy, look at this. So it gets marched off against the Huskies. It ends up inside East LA territory. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Huskies' 48-yard line.
And that's just a bonehead play because you still have a ton of time left in the third quarter. 9:21 remaining to play as the handoff goes to Elijah Ortiz.
He's at the 40,
huge
35, at the 30, cuts back up to the 25-yard line. The patience, the vision, just waits, gets behind his offensive lineman who did not stop moving his legs, and then the second he sees an open gap, he's gone.
And he looks like a kid happy in a candy store looking for that guy that ripped my helmet off right after that play. Like, yeah, you want to make the wrong person mad, I'm the one.
You know what he does not look like? A tired running back.
It definitely does not, ever.
9 minutes and 3 seconds left in this third quarter. Irby. Ortiz again handles the rock. And if you're a fan that is liking to see that football up in the air all the time, that's not happening tonight. But you have to appreciate the positive yardage that Ortiz continues to get.
Well, he had 40 carries last week. You know how much he had at the half? 20. He's on schedule. Great job by that offensive line creating nice seams.
Irby holds it out there for him. This time Ortiz able to kind of take it at his.
And how about the downfield blocking? Great job by the Renegade defensive line or offensive line continuing to block through the end of plays.
I'm hoping that Juan Munoz doesn't get tagged here.
He was engaged in a block.
Jerron Marshall.
It definitely shouldn't be a penalty on him because he was engaged in a block. And you got to continue to press your feet. The whistle blew while he was still engaged.
Well, we'll see the White Hat having a discussion here. It's been a pretty
interesting,
pretty officious evening. We've seen a lot of flags. Let's see what this is.
Yes. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you why it was a personal foul. That defender was just getting manhandled. He was just basically getting manhandled, and at the end of the play, he couldn't take it. You can't take it, get out the kitchen.
Frustration and resentment
you
abound.
Can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Chris Jolly out of Pasadena. And now all of a sudden it's 1st and goal from the 9. Renegades up 14 in the neighborhood, knocking on the door. Let's see what happens. Irby with his heels on the 15-yard line. Nobody jumps.
Great blocking inside.
Elijah Ortiz. Oh, look at the big block downfield. Is that a touchdown? It is. Touchdown. Boom. Are you kidding me? Zach Hartsfield with the downfield block. He just basically plowed over the defender as a tight end.
Goodness.
And Ortiz jogs in to the end zone. Touchdown, Renegades.
VP, I'll tell you what. As a player, I knew I played with some great offensive line, defensive line guys. They knock helmets off left and right. Jeremy Stock, Kevin Fry, Desmond Rufus, to name them. But as a coach is when I finally started to appreciate extended play blocking. That offensive line just did such a fantastic job creating lanes all the way down the field. Not one pass. All offensive line work. Great work, fellas.
DeJager, and that's going to be a flag.
I'll tell you what, if it's not enough people in here that appreciate it, I know one person that does, and that's Coach Dwayne Dameron. He's in here somewhere, and I guarantee you, if he saw that blocking on this series, he's got goosebumps like I do.
The legs keep moving. The activity goes until the whistle, and we saw Zach Hartsfield plow over the defender, and Ortiz kind of looked down at both of them on the way by, like, thanks, fellas. Appreciate that.
Zach said, "Would you like pancakes, my friend?"
My goodness.
I have blueberry. I have cinnamon. Any flavor you want. Pancakes for everyone.
DeJager, still perfect. Flags fly after the play. These officials have seen enough. They are tired of it. And this might be on the Renegades. Maybe. The Renegades just as...
Well, I mean, you can only get pushed after the play so long before you push back.
And they might be culpable on this one as we see some of the Renegades talking to each other, amongst each other. I'm maybe guessing here, but they're probably like, really, come on, dude. We're up 21 now. Let's do what we have to do here to get out of here with a win. It would put them at 2-1 in conference play.
How about the Renegades after the half? I'm telling you, it's something about having this 1988 national championship team in here, watching everybody. You see all these red shirts hanging around. You're seeing faces you've never seen as a player. You know something special happened.
They're coming up the stand. I've been watching this the whole third quarter. I neglected to mention it.
Myron Williams, I met him earlier.
We see all of these. There's the Moran dad. There's Josh's dad, Coach Moran, stopping guys. We've seen these Renegades walking up the stands after the halftime celebration, and they're being stopped by all of our fans, and they're shaking their hands and giving them hugs and saying thank you. And it's that's a great feeling. You're walking up the stands to go back out to the tailgate, and everybody's stopping you saying thank you very much.
Man, VP, it's some of these guys that I've seen my whole life. I had no idea they were Renegade football players.
Yeah, right.
You're passing by them in traffic. You don't know this guy played here 30 years ago until you see him around his teammates with that shirt on. And you're like, oh, yeah, I do remember that guy. But that's the thing about football players we talk about. As fans, you don't get to see our faces. We have helmets on. You're 20 feet or 30 feet behind the bench. You have no idea who we are. It wasn't TV back when we were playing. I mean, as far as seeing the games be live streamed, you had to have personal relationships to know who players were. You know, and that's the beauty of this experience for those guys, being able to come out here to Memorial Stadium and be surrounded by the new element and get some media attention on some of these guys. These guys are heroes.
Well, Kenny, Eamon Sullivan, the offensive lineman, the sophomore from Centennial, has been ejected.
Oh.
And this is the same Eamon Sullivan that was defending his running back for having his helmet ripped off. And then after the PAT, I believe he was probably right in there to say, guys, enough. You can't crown my center when he's snapping for the PAT.
Well, I'll tell you what. His dad, Eamon Sullivan Sr., it was my teammate. He's one of the toughest people I know. He's definitely one of the toughest people in the world, being a fireman. You know, and he's definitely not going to take too much crap.
Well, and Kevin Gutierrez, the offensive lineman for East LA, was also in on it. He's not ejected, but they're offsetting, so they'll be kicking the ball off at the 35-yard line per usual.
You know, that's one thing about Renegade football in brotherhood. I don't care what the score is. You're not just going to keep taking advantage of my guy, because I guarantee you this, there's going to be somebody who will step in behind me to do the diligence as well. Protect each other.
Arvin will kick off. Antonio Garcia. Ton of football left. 38-17, 8-11 in the third quarter. Garcia corners it over to the 12-yard line. It's taken again. They're going to try to take it right below us. Look for that wall. Look for that seam. It looks pretty good right now. And nice play out there, Robinson. he thought he could get more. He wanted to go all the way to the house with it, but nice job.
Man, how about the talent of Terrell Robertson? He's playing receiver. He's catching kickoff returns. He's playing defensive end. He's playing safety. Man, this guy, that's the one thing about these LA schools. They'll have a few guys that have talent to play everywhere else. They just don't have a roster full of them.
And another 6'4", 200-pounder, Hawkins High School from Los Angeles, LA proper. First and 10, ball at their own 36. They start off on the ground. Nice run play. It's a strong run play out there by Armando Velasco. Boy, flags are flying a lot right now.
You know, it's just like one of the things we said. It's a reason why a team like this is 3-4. They've done a good enough job to be in this game for the most part, but their penalties are starting to rack up.
goodness. The lynch mob will be up in between third and fourth quarter. Maybe Steve will.
Man, it's only third quarter?
Dude, I'm telling you, a lot of football left. It's 8:23.
Wow.
This is Dodger-esque.
So it sounds like it's 4-4 in that Dodger Red Sox game.
Ooh. Watch out. Boom! Backwards pass. Oh, they're going to say incomplete. The entire coaching staff saying absolutely a backwards pass. No, they say incomplete. Renegades timed it perfectly, and Philip Tran threw that. I'm here to tell you, that was an absolutely backwards pass. And it was intended out there for Cleo Sessions Jr., but
wow.
Goodness gracious.
Was that LJ?
Yeah, it was Jalen Simpkins.
Oh, my goodness. Beaming down on a swing route. That was a nightmare for the running
No, I
back.
apologize. LJ Early, right. Right, it was LJ Early, and he just ripped it.
LJ's playing lights out tonight.
And no, that's got to be on. Oh, boy. I'm going to just stay out of it because they're going to say probably encroachment, but I thought a ton of movement on the offensive line by East L.A.
Yeah, because our defensive tackle, he did step, but it looked like he stepped horizontal.
He didn't cross the line of scrimmage.
Not vertically.
And when they see it on film, they're going to tell Coach Bolton, Coach, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. Let's see what the call is. Will it be?
Yeah, great call, ref. We've been on your tail all night. You finally got it right.
Philip Reeves amongst the Huskies that moved. I thought it was an offensive lineman they would call it on, but it was Philip Reeves who was playing receiver way out here by the sideline. And
and that's what caused that guard to go.
Yeah, he saw his receiver move. He moves, and the hard count. Now it's 2nd and 25. Here come the Renegades probably. Tran drops back, has a ton of time. They try to run a screen, incomplete pass. Renegades picked it up perfectly. They knew it was coming. Nobody bit and went past the fake blocks of the linemen. And now it's 3rd and 25.
How about that field awareness? We talked about the awareness and playing with your eyes and knowing game situations. You know, you had a situation where they run screen because our defensive line is continuing to get pressure. And just an amazing job.
Nice to see Mr. Hansen up here.
Todd's been everywhere today. How you doing, Todd?
Nice to see your daughter on that cover of the program. Always doing great. If you haven't noticed, if it's your first time listening to one of our broadcasts, we talk to people anybody that comes up, we say hi to. Hey, what's your name? I'm Daryl. Hey, Daryl, how you doing? Good to have you up here.
Timeout, East LA.
We have a timeout. We'll take it. 7.5 left here in the third quarter. 38-17. Back right after this.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Validtix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
Our director-producer brought us back by telling us 10 minutes versus 10 seconds. Diana, you're not getting out of here too early. Take it easy. Tran starts off on this 3rd and 25, but it is just a safety pass, and these officials are coming out to break it up. No flags fly, but they came out, and I think the next time the Renegades get a little too shovey and pushy, they're going to call it on us as well. They're going to say, look, everybody is going to be subject to it. Stephen Marks got a stern warning from the official without any flags being thrown. But now we have Cam Roberson back in, standing at the 40. So after he took a big lick a few series ago, he's back out to return punts, and he is still waiting for that special one. This could be it right here. Wow. It's a boomer. It sends him all the way back, catches it at the 20. He'll survey. Now he's at the 10, makes one move, He's back up to the 30. Now
Let's
he's to
go.
the 40. Now he's to the 50. He's looking for that special one. Can he get it?
Yes!
To the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Cam Roberson.
Yes!
Touchdown, Renegades. Boom! I don't see any flags.
No penalty markers.
Oh, there's one at the 50
no
yard
way.
line. On who, my man?
Come
on who?
Boo.
This poor guy now has got to deal with a cannon, the fight song, the cheerleaders, 2 announcers. He's got to deal with a lot of people now.
Oh, my goodness, man. Get out of here. No, they wave it off.
And they wave it
yes,
off.
Yes, you heard me. You better had. I was coming down there for the 5th time.
I'm telling you, I think the guy finally said, you know what, the cannons have gone off, the band's playing, the alumni cheerleaders are here, I'm standing on the Renegade sideline.
Yes, and Cam needed that.
Well,
Trying to take McCuddy's money.
Before the ball got punted, I said he's still waiting for that special one, and it happened.
Oh my goodness, baseball Hank Aaron's it. How about that? So let's take our listeners back through that. As easily said, the amazing punt. But the thing about amazing punts like that, you outkick your coverage. The punt goes back all the way to the 15-yard line. Cam was standing at the 30.
Did a Willie Mays on it.
Willie Mays it over the shoulder. 65. What was that? Hold it.
From the
75-yard.
Yeah, from the. No, 85, Kenny.
85 yards. Yes, from the 15.
Oh, my gosh. It's going to get bad now. Now it's going to get bad. That was an absolute blatant, horrible hit by East L.A. Just as dirty as it can be. And he wants more, and he's going to get in trouble
we'll give
here.
It to you out here.
Ben Key from Australia is, if he's not ejected, he's probably going to be escorted out. Now Coach Chudy has gone over to talk to some of his players, and he's just letting Marcus Furlow know. And Marcus Furlow's like, hey, Coach, I'm trying to protect my players, but Chudy wants him off the field, and I believe we're going to see a young man thrown out of this football game very, very quickly, and that would be Ben Key out of Cathedral High School in Cranbourne, Australia. Dirty, dirty play, and this crowd let him hear it.
Well, it's just like we talked about. These LA schools do a good job competing, but they're some of the sorest losers when they get lopsided on the opposite end of the scoreboard.
Kenny, I'm a broken record here, but we have a lot of football left.
We definitely do. You can't have a running clock in the 3rd quarter. You just got to take this butt whooping like a man if you're East LA, because we're not going nowhere. We still got 6:28 left to play in the 3rd quarter. So it's up to the coaching staff of East LA to have a talk with their players and let them know you're embarrassing yourself, you're embarrassing the organization.
I will be aghast if he is not. And look, exactly what you're saying. The coaching staff is pulling their players together for East LA, and I won't believe it if he's not tossed.
It's embarrassing to the coaching staff. You guys have played a pretty well-coached game. And I actually gave the staff credit earlier. But now as a staff, you have to take the time to remind your guys, hey, you still have a lot of football left to be played.
And what a poignant picture this is we're looking at. The entire team, the entire Huskies team from East LA surrounding their coach for a lecture. The one player not in the huddle is the young man that we think is going to be escorted off the field. We haven't been told that yet, but if he's not, it'll be a complete and total shock.
Well, he'd be a guy that wouldn't even have a pair of pads or a jersey when I got back. If I'm an East LA coach, you're down 18 points, you still have a lot of football left to be played, and yet you're giving up on yourself by displaying terrible character. And we talk about that every week. You know,
well, I see Terrell Robinson down there also having his pads taken off, and man, that's not Terrell, sorry.
I thought that was Robinson. You know, and it's just, you know, more than anything, yeah, you want to compete.
Here we go.
Let's listen in.
He's got to go to his notebook. Okay. Furlow. Wow.
White, 57, striking, ejection.
Well, after all that, so we have 2 ejections, and Marcus Furlow was ejected. So the optics won't be good as 2 Renegades now have been ejected.
But yet you still have a player in number 57 who hasn't left the field. And it's like he's barking over at the opposite sideline. Now his head coach is going to have a talk with him and just let him know you can't do that. We're still in this game. I mean, it's an 18-point game. You know, I've seen weirder things happen, but more than anything, you guys have played pretty well for the most part. And now, on the second half, you're starting to get steamrolled, and that true character comes out. You don't like taking a loss. However, you're going to have to deal with that tonight.
For a brief moment, we saw the Renegades all huddled up for just a second for a quick team meeting. And Marcus Furlow, not quite, I didn't see exactly what he did, but he is ejected. So he's a second Renegade that'll be having some early showers. But everybody in the house, at least on the northwest side of the stadium, saw Ben Key unload on some Renegades and just start to plow into them, and actually was spearing with his helmet after the play. So he will be escorted off. Athletic Director Sandy Taylor is going to meet her over there herself.
Yep, you see Coach Taylor going over there to meet with the staff. Basically saying, let's point you to your exit, young man. Shout out to Coach Taylor.
She walked over and said, okay, just give him a few more minutes to get up the tunnel, then you go ahead and go on in there. Okay. After all that, 6:28 to go in the third quarter, 45-17. Renegades in command here.
You know, we talked about
Garcia's kick went out of bounds, so they'll re-kick it, move it back a little bit.
You hardly ever see that penalty taken for a re-kick. Usually it goes out to the 35-yard line. However, if you're the Renegades and you've had a turnover on the kickoff, you're like, hey, let us kick it again.
All right, KC, who you watching on our kickoff team?
I'm definitely going to keep my eye on Steven Figures. You know, the 2-3 was so good to me. I get goosebumps when I see it out there represented so well. Shout out to the Figures family.
Okay, so you're watching number 23. His back to us is right here. Second one in from the football. Let's see what happens here on a kickoff. Garcia's kick going to be taken at the 20. Robinson making some more moves. Robinson, talented young man. He goes down at the 40-yard line.
He went down on his head hard.
Yep.
What's the flag?
What's the flag for?
They better be blocking the back because he dove.
What is the
on
flag
his own
for?
head? He jumped and dove. This can be nothing but an illegal block.
For those of you listening on the radio, the kick return was taken down towards us, ran at us, and made a really nice play, missed a few tackles, then he hopped over one of his players and landed on his head.
That looked bad, VP.
Yeah.
I hope the young man's all right because he's played a good football game tonight.
I just don't know what the call is. He's down for a minute. We'll take a break. 6:19 in the third quarter, 45-17. All of this happening on Bakersfield.com and News Talk 1180 KERN. Back right after this.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Okay, Robinson back up off the sideline, but Nick Maiden now has been ejected. So now it's basically kind of at the end of every play now. Kenny and I are, it's in natural instinct for us to look for for fights, for arguments, for flags. They said that Nick Maiden had speared him, led with the head. Neither one of us saw it, but then again, really wasn't looking for it. So now we have 3 Renegades that will miss next week's game.
And we're 150 feet in the air, so.
Second and 9.
Oh, run play right up the middle of the football field, and it's a huge gain, and it's going to be a big, big first down. And again, Velasco with the carry.
Well, apparently this break in the action is giving East LA some mojo as they take that play 30 yards down to the 12-yard line.
Goodness.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 12, so they can still pick up a first down. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Velasco again with the carry.
I'm willing to bet this Renegade defense bows up as usual and prevents a touchdown down here. Still a ton of time left in this game. It's 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. 45-17 Renegade lead, and it's 2nd and 6 for East LA.
We've just dipped below the 5-minute mark. And we have a new quarterback in there right now. It's Paul Herrera. Herrera, the quarterback out of Huntington Park High School in Los Angeles. So now it's Herrera. He takes the snap, wants to throw, rolls to his right, has a man open for a second, decides no, he will not, and gets forced out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
Great job by the defensive secondary.
Yeah.
Staying attached to their man. You know, and that's the thing, when quarterbacks start scrambling, you can no longer look in the backfield. You have to find your man and attach. It's like a mirror drill. We would do that for hours. 3rd and 6. Maybe 5.
They're going to say 3rd and 5 from the 7. Again, they can pick up a first down. 4.5 to go here in this third quarter. Ball's batted down, attempted.
Renegades bring some pressure off the edge. LJ Early comes in, forces that quick throw. Slant just too hot to handle for the East LA receiver.
So it's
brings up fourth down.
Right, 4th and 5, Kenny, and they're not going to kick a field goal, do nothing for them. So, well, I mean, I say that. They might do the old hard count again, and then try to swap everybody off, but there's only 15 on the play clock. I don't see that happening now.
Well, I'll say this for this Renegade defense, all the drama and penalties and your boys going to the locker room, this will be a nice victory.
You're right. It's a great point.
If you get this stop.
Guerrero now wants to throw, has his man, and he overthrows him. He had a guy open, actually, in the back of the end zone. Had he thrown a perfect dart, he did not. And just like Kenny says, the Renegade defense, with a ton of pride, stop this East LA offense. And the DBs are back there, Jalen Simpkins and Stephen Marks, and the rest of the crew back there giving each other high five and a couple different handshakes, saying, nice job, fellas.
And that's what it's about, Vance. You know, a lot of people would assume that we're just going to take it easy because we have this lead. But it got emotional down there, and it's a lot of stuff going on down there. A lot of punches being thrown. You got guys pushing guys, trying to take advantage of your teammates. It's still playing with a lot of pride. Great job by the defense bowing up as expected.
Okay. Here come the Renegades now. Irby, hands off. No, he fakes the handoff, and he's got some space, and he gets down to a first down at the 19-yard line.
Great job by Irby.
This crowd not liking it. Some extra roughing business went on at the end of the play, but the quarterback, Irby, just pops up, says, no big deal, and it's actually a Husky that's down. So the crowd didn't like it, a little extra roughing and some business there at the end of that play on our quarterback, but Irby just pops up and says, let's go. Actually, no huddle offense, get on the line.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do to a team like that who's trying to be emotionally tough because they're on the downside of things. Just keep going about your business. Hey, there's nothing to see here.
Don't validate it.
Don't validate any of your weak toughness that you're trying to display. Just keep moving the chains, and sooner or later they'll be moving their bus out of our parking lot.
1st and 10, Irby picks up the first down with a nice run. Man, his fakes fake me out a lot of times.
Irby's playing a great game silently.
This time, the ball's handed off to Isaiah Martin. Picks up a few.
After every play, yeah, Christian just said it as I was about to say it. After every play, you got an East LA guy trying to sneak a late push or a cheap shot in. Have you guys not learned your lesson from the huddle that your coach had last drive?
Well, and the White Hat just had a word with Nathan Tavita out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Desert Pines High School, number 99. The White Hat just kind of went over and said to him, really? Really? Irby rolls, throws.
Nice
it's
catch.
Caught.
Yes.
And really.
Still on his feet.
Hartsfield
yes.
to the 40, to the 50. Hartsfield to the 30. Will he get in? To the 20. He's knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle by Sam Brown. And we've got to look at the field. Are there flags?
You know why I love this, Vance? I'm going to tell you why. You got number 36, Chris Jolly, the linebacker, 6'2", 195-pound freshman from Pasadena. He calls himself coming up to explode on Hartsfield and hit him with a big hit. Yet you forgot something. You forgot to wrap up, young man, and you give up 60 yards after the contact. Great job by Hartsfield, 6'4", 228.
Right. He's
out of Centennial.
He's no walk in the park.
Yeah. Get your weight up, young man.
And now, another strong run right there by Isaiah Martin.
Wow.
And
Red Sox.
Trevor Horn bringing the doom and gloom over. The Dodgers were up 4-0. Now all of a sudden, 8-4 Boston. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
It's still the top. Still the top of the ninth.
2nd and 7.
How about that Hartsfield run after catch?
Hakeem Taylor back there with Isaiah Martin. Hakeem Taylor leading the block. And Isaiah Martin, he gets in. Touchdown Renegade. Boom! And again, what a great job by Hakeem Taylor. They bring in that package, and the East High Blade opens up the gap for the strong run of that Garces Memorial Ram, Isaiah Martin, and the Renegades are 1 point away after this PAT from 50. Right now it's 48-17.
and I'm getting my Wayne's World in to the Renegade theme song because I love it. The best way to beat a team who thinks they're going to be tough because they're losing is to keep kicking them in the mouth. And that's what the team did.
DeJager. And here's what you have to watch on these PATs. Will it be dirty? Will it be too much? And nope. Renegades actually helping guys up now. Now they're helping players up like, hey, we're smacking you around. Let me help you up. 2.5 left here in the third quarter. 51-17. Back right after this. Woo!
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates! W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage.
The clapping of hands you hear is my partner, Kenny Calvin.
Woo! Put me in, Coach.
52-17, a smacking around at this stage.
That's what happened when you try to get dirty out here. We'll clean you up real fast. Send you back with a nice shine.
Garcia, again, likes that little corner down there, drops it at the 10-yard line, and they're looking for that seam again on this near side. And nice job by the Renegade defense to wrap up, and they blew the whistles without the...
You got a flag out there as well.
Really?
And then, oh, okay, he's just moving it. All kind of stuff being thrown all over the place. Footballs, flags.
Well, and now, you know, in fairness, now the officials, in kind of defending them, a lot of times these things don't get better.
Yes.
It gets worse. So they really have to have a keen eye, but boy, they've had a ton of discussions tonight. The official even sounds dejected. It was okay. Everything's all right. We're waving this one off. Strong winds continue from the northeast.
Well, I'll tell you what I want right now. You got a shotgun double set or pistol set for East LA. I want to see the ball in the air and some DBs getting their hands on something.
Look at this. Monty Robinson down here playing DB right below us.
Jeremiah Johnson also getting in as well.
And they're going to keep the ball on the ground right now. And with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go, 52-17. And the crowd's not going anywhere because they want the fireworks show. So, and you've got the tailgate session in full force tonight with all the other sports going on in Southern California. There's a lot happening and there's a lot going on tonight. So nobody's really leaving Memorial Stadium, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet.
Party over here. And that's what the defensive line is saying as Mr. Cruz makes a play in the backfield. How about that? Ruben Cruz, 5'11", 205-pound freshman out of Ridgeview, doing a great job getting penetration. It's going to be 3rd and 7, maybe 8.
Gabriel Maldonado, one of the sophomores from McFarland, in there. Roberto Enriquez in there.
Maldonado made plays last year. Hadn't heard his name much this year, but great to see him out there.
3rd and 8 for the Huskies. Herrera throws, has a man, just overthrows him, and that'll be an incomplete pass, no flags, and it'll be 4th and long. And Cam Roberson will walk out to midfield. And if you don't think he's licking his chops after he had his first big return, and just like that, they call him back and they say, no, we're going to go with Shane Jones.
Oh, Shane, all right.
Cam tried to walk out. He tried to sneak out there and get another one.
He would have got one, too, because this is perfect opportunity.
Right, and the coaching staff saying you've been banged up a little bit tonight. You had just had a 55 or an 85-yarder. An 85-yarder.
Wow. Glad to see him get that big play he's been looking forward to.
Man, for those of you on radio listening to News Talk 1180, it was a Willie Mays over-the-shoulder catch at the 15. He turned around. Timeout on the field with 1:05 left in the third. 52-17. Next week, we're here. We're home against Moore Park. And that'll be our final regular season home game. The following week will be in Santa Clarita at College of the Canyons.
You know, VP, while we got a quick break, man, I just want to reflect on a lot of the national championship guys I met down there. They made me feel so welcome. You know, I felt like a real little brother down there, seeing all my big brothers out there getting their shine on. You know, former kickers, former offensive line guys, Bobby Blackman, former receivers. You know, just being accepted down there. Coach Figueroa, Miricic, all those guys down there. Thanks for welcoming me into the fold. Honor to wear the red with you today, guys.
Jim Maricic, my good buddies, came over to shake my hand. I lost my hand in his baseball mitt-sized hands. Shane Jones, can he get free? And they bring him down about the 44-yard line. So officials there very quickly to break things up. And Shane Jones brought down the 44. Nice job. And Renegades need to turn around and run off the field. And which one was that? That's James Holland. Just go, James. Run back on the sidelines.
But you also see East LA's coach talking to big number 99 and telling him, what are you doing, guy?
Yeah.
We've had enough of this stuff. You were about to go out on the field. Get off.
Oh, he pulled him back.
Yeah, he pulled him back. How about you come over here and have a seat on the bench next to me since you want to be a
What do you got, T-Horn?
Nimrod.
The third quarter? The third quarter has taken nearly an hour, 54 minutes, and it's not over yet.
We got a quarterback change.
Look at this. Moran in, BHS Driller, the holder, and he does a great job of handing off to Isaiah Martin. Look at Martin roll forward. First down.
Oh,
Let's not forget Moran had the touchdown pass at Ventura.
Boy, I love seeing Martin run, man. He reminds me, combination of Jerome Bettis a bit, as well as Frank Gore. And he does have that 21 on. He looks very much like Frank Gore between the tackles. Great job, Martin.
1st and 10. Moran takes the snap, hands off to Martin again. Martin through the seam. Oh, he's still up. 25 to the 20.
Come
to
and
the
take
15,
a ride.
To the 10. What are the whistles?
What are the whistles for?
Hold on.
You blowing whistles and the band's running forward. Come on. Get it together, Zebras.
I'm just going to let you do the talking for me.
Wow.
I mean, Isaiah Martin's running over guys, picking up guys on his shoulders. The bottom line is the pedals are still moving and their whistles are blowing.
And he's going forward.
Woo. Well,
easily.
That'll do it for the third quarter, I imagine. I can't believe we're going to run a play. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. I think Josh Moran looked back at the clock, and I think he's going to let that go. He's letting the offensive line know end of the quarter to stand up. That'll do it. 52-17. Nearly an hour-long third quarter. Wasn't the prettiest one, but at the end of 3, the Renegades up big right now over East LA. When we come back, it'll be fourth quarter action here on Newstalk 1180 KERN, 96.1 FM, Bakersfield.com. Back with the fourth quarter in just a few moments.
Running your business is hard work, but with the right tools and guidance, we can make it easier. At Rabobank, we deliver smart banking and lending solutions for local businesses, and we're always ready to roll up our sleeves and work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters. It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters. It's hard to think about.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium, the 30th reunion of the 1988 national champs. And the Renegades are putting on a show, up 52-17 as we start the fourth quarter. And we got 1st and 10, 15-yard line going in, heading south.
Kenny, you call the game. I'm going to calm down Trevor. He's fired up. 55 minutes, I think. 55-minute third quarter.
Martin.
Lynch mob. Oh, down to the goal line.
Thanks, Steve.
You got a bedtime of your nephew? Both of you, right. So 52-17 the score.
Vance, I'm going to throw a number out at you. Right now, Isaiah Martin, I want to say 7 carries, about 65 yards, is averaging about 9 yards.
He's almost up to 9 yards.
Now.
Elijah Ortiz, 29 carries, so he's slacking tonight. Moran takes the snap. Will they get in? Oh, nice tackle. Good play on a 1st and goal from the 1.
Still getting frisky down there. And that number 99 is back on the field for East LA.
Well, and he's one of the biggest dudes in the stadium, so it's not like you're going to hide either.
I say run it right down his mouth right now. He's lined up in the A gap. I go blast play right now, 2nd and 2.
They've got that special package on the left side, 2nd and goal from the 1. Moran behind center, and they do it. That's a touchdown. Isaiah Martin. Boom! Touchdown, Renegades.
And
wow.
Like I said, VP.
Flags flying everywhere. Here's another one. 5, 6, 7 flags.
And
Here
that's
it goes
exactly
again.
What we said.
Here we go. And another flag. Helmet's coming off. It is getting uglier than ugly. And guess who it is, Kenny?
The same guy I said we running right through your hole. You want to be big here? We coming right after you.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Security's out on the football field. Wow.
Don't cry. Don't cry out there, number 99.
So you have Nathan Tavita out of Desert Pines High School. He's a freshman.
He's acting like one, too.
I would imagine he has maybe not had this type of direct pressure put on him by football players that don't have time for it. His football team's getting beat by 41 as we speak. And
well, we said this, Vance. I almost called you Vince. I don't know where that came from.
You know,
Vance.
Kenny.
We said it about 45 minutes ago when it got chippy. The best way to beat a chippy team is to continue to execute, because it's going to do nothing but make them more and more frustrated, and eventually they're going to break down. Right now, this is an embarrassment to their team as a whole. You're getting beat by 41 points. You have a whole quarter left of football left to play. You can't run. You still got to face the music. Line up and play. Be a man and play. But that time you're pushing extracurricular stuff before the snap. And the previous play, the next play, the Renegades say, you want to get physical? Let's get physical during the play. And they come run that power play and that blast play right down your hole. And you start a fight after that play because you can't take it.
The next big question is, how soon will we see John Metis start to scale down Memorial Stadium? Because with a 41-point lead and these officials.
Yeah, we got Coach Taylor on the field as well. They may be deciding whether we just call this game and put these guys out of here.
You never know. They might say, look, it's a 41-pointer. If you do the math, I don't think you can score enough.
Go ahead and ask their coach, do you still want to take this whooping? If not, go ahead and march your guys up to the locker room and gas that bus up that you got and head back down.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting situation, because now we have some players fighting amongst each other. We have some Husky players starting to get into it with themselves.
And you see a few coaches down here talking to their players. It looked like he's kicking one off the team right now.
Well, we see DeLon Collins. He's down here right below us with the bandana on, and he's trying to talk to some of his players.
Yep, and I'll say this too, Vance. 3 quarters through the game, East LA was doing a great job. They were in this game, and then they just started losing their heads.
Well, and then I see someone by the name of, is it Kanan Chandler down here, number 11?
11, yeah.
He's not played a single down.
But that's the thing. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You got guys that haven't contributed.
He's not even been on the field.
That are out here swinging when they finally get an opportunity. It's just a reflection of the character that you don't have. But more than anything, for the Renegades, it's impressive to see what you can do to a team by keeping your head after one of your guys gets.
Well, now the
unfairly
athletic
targeted.
director for East Los Angeles is down here on the 30-yard line. It's being explained to him from his coaching staff what's going on. So for those of you listening in on radio, I don't know how much more I can describe it to you other than the fact that it's just gotten very ugly out here.
And I'll definitely say this is the busiest I've seen Coach Taylor during a football game on the field.
Shouldn't need to be on the field.
Yeah, she shouldn't need to be there. You know, we like to keep our boss lady rested.
Now you have that busy kind of buzz sound from all of the fans that are waiting for this call by. And so now you have just so many things taking place down on the sidelines beneath us. The East LA.
Oh, now you got a player fighting his coach. He just threw his helmet down.
The funniest thing I've heard all night is the McFarland youth football team over here below us. We want the fireworks. Yeah, you're right. So do we, young man. So do you. So do we. Here we go.
All these fouls are after the place and dead ball fouls. Dead ball, personal foul, East LA. Number 33, number 99. Those players are ejected.
So there's two from them that have been ejected.
Personal foul. Bakersfield. Number 66 and number 68. Those players are ejected.
So Blake Brown and Christian Wickham for our squad will be ejected. Coach Judy's got his hands open like, huh?
I'll say this.
So 5 Renegades, 3 Huskies ejected, 8 total. Now here comes Coach Judy to talk to the White Hat, and now we may get into one of those discussions about, really, do we want to go on with this thing?
Well, also, I guarantee you that some of these ejections are going to be reviewed and overruled because more than anything, they're just trying to get this game together. We got extra eyes in the booth tonight. My man Trevor Horn. He's giving his opinion on what he thinks should happen right now. Because it's 13:55 remaining to play.
And he wants fireworks too.
What time is it?
9:06.
Man, we're going to have the longest junior college game in the history of junior college football.
So we're going for an 18-inning World Series game the night before. Now we're going for the longest game in college history for the community colleges. So under 14 to go here. And athletic director from East LA is now down speaking to the officials. So there goes 3 more Huskies. And the athletic director for Bakersfield College, Sandy Taylor, has been down on the field.
Coach Taylor is directing traffic.
And so now Coach Taylor's down there. Here comes the White Hat, and the White Hat's standing at the 10-yard line. And this is as bad as it's as bad as I've ever seen it. I've never called a game with 8 players ejected. And
well, it gets back to what I said. Now you have East LA huddled back up. How many times are you going to have to huddle up to tell your guys to get it together?
Oh, now the athletic director is starting to get pretty feisty. Now he's marching right back at the officials now.
I mean, if he's going to be mad at anybody, he needs to be mad at his team.
And so now the White Hat has both athletic directors. And I'm not giving names. We know our athletic director, and now you have a coaching staff over here that wants to talk to it. And really, everybody in Memorial Stadium just wants fireworks.
It's something.
The literal fireworks.
I'm starting to think I need to go down there and see what's going on myself. We got so much time.
You've threatened to go down there 9 times tonight.
Yeah, this is 9 times. Man, we got the 1988 national champions in the house. Most of those guys are 50 plus. It's getting late.
All right, let's take a break. Diana, we'll come back after this. Take a break. Back in a minute.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters. It's hard to think about winter with the leaves.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You better tell him. How about this? One of the funniest understatements of all time is our public address announcer, Carl Bryan, said, I will let you know when I think I know what's happened, but I think the game has just been called. Well, Kenny, in my 20 years of broadcasting, that is
a whole quarter of football
the
left.
first time I have ever witnessed an entire quarter of football. And if you're the East LA football team, the optics are not good, and now they're going to deal with the fireworks going off. So we have some sorting out to do. Don't go anywhere, everybody. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will make sense of all of this. We'll have our post-game show. We'll give our Red Shield Award by Tony's Pizza, and then we're going to start the fireworks show. So don't go anywhere. We'll come right back after this with our post-game show. Renegades win, and there was a quarter left to play. Who'd have thunk it?
Quarter left to play.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special. Here's Kern Schools.
Hi, everybody. Vance Palm, Kenny Calvin. There's 13:55 left on the clock, but this game's over, 58-17. We don't want to rehash it. We don't want to keep going over it. Not a good ending by any accounts. You've got the East LA team down there that has security around them, police officers around them. Bakersfield City Police is going to walk them or kind of hold on to them for a little bit. And the Renegades got the news, and they were gone. They were up the road and into the locker room, and it's over with. So a 58-17 win. Kenny, we don't want to take too long because they're already killing the lights to get the fireworks here, but just a super quick snapshot of what you think.
Just great execution in the second half. This was a tight football game, 24-17 at the half. You had an East LA team that was playing well enough to stay attached to a game. However, they just blew their cool and we just took advantage of the opportunities. You know, it's hard to even pinpoint where we just took off, but something happened in that third quarter that just extended our lead, and it just put the game away, really.
Our Red Shield Player of the Game, presented by Tony's Pizza. It was close last week, but we had a kicker that kicked a 50-yarder and was perfect. It wasn't close this week. How about that great running back? Are we going to give it to him? Are we going to give it to him this time, Elijah Ortiz?
You know what? You got to give it to Mr. Consistent.
Last week we would have given it to him, but there were so many great things that happened in our kicking game. But this week, he just continues to do. Elijah Ortiz, our Red Shield Player of the Game, brought to you by Tony's Pizza.
That's number 2 for him.
Thank you to Luigi's. Thank you to Hodell's. Thank you to our athletic director, Sandy Taylor. Thank you to everybody back at News Talk 1180 KERN and 96.1 FM. Thank you for sticking with us tonight. It's been a discombobulated evening with all the breaks we had to take and the penalties. And so for our radio audience, thank you for hanging in there with us. We appreciate it. For those of you watching on Bakersfield.com, in a very short span of time here, we're going to have the fireworks show start. And what a game to ask the crowd to stick around for the fireworks to start. Fortunately for them, if you think of the irony of it, they had 14 minutes chopped off the clock.
Wow.
So we will start the fireworks show very, very soon. Next week, we are here versus Moore Park, and it is a 6 o'clock kickoff. We are not convinced that all of these ejections will actually hold. Our game film will be sent to the governing bodies. They will make these decisions, and we would hope to have as many Renegades back as we can because we're in the thick of it right now, 2-1 in conference play, and we bring in Moore Park next week, and we go from the fire to the fire, the oven to the fire pan, whatever you say, because at Moore Park, there hasn't been a normal Moore Park game in 30 years. Something always goes down with Moore Park with a 50-point game, 70-point game. So
whether I'm getting rained on with no windbreaker.
Well, our SID, Brandon Urie, was up here, and the Fury kind of came up and had that look in his eyes like, hey, guys, don't look at me. I've never experienced this. Cutting the cords at 14 minutes to go. Carl Bryan, the loquacious, effervescent one, saying, I believe the game is over, but I'm not at liberty to say that. And
it's not my fault.
As the Renegades are running up the side of the tunnel to get out of here. So it's been a pretty unique game here. Next week, Moore Park comes to town, Kenny. Super important. We're 2-1, looking to go 3-1 now. So great to see some of these players go over and shake Sandy Taylor's hands. And that's good to see because, look, for this East LA team, they've got a 2-hour ride through traffic to go back down in that LA Dodger World Series traffic. They're going to have probably not the funnest night tonight. But the coaching staff's one of those times they have to go in their locker room and have a good look at what they've got to get through here. Coach Chudy, I don't know all the particulars just yet, but I'm paraphrasing and guessing when I'm thinking that he probably said, hey, look, what is the upside of having this go 15 more minutes when after every PAT, after every big hit, after every big play, there are flags around. These officials, it's been a tough road for them all night long, Kenny.
You know, the toughest thing about that is you have a second half where you're actually starting to click, and that could be a situation where we end up putting close to 70 points on the board. We have 58 with 15 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. But more than anything, it's about protecting the future. You want to protect players. You got a dirty team in East LA taking cheap shots after every dead ball. You know, you got multiple guys. You got guys that didn't even play snaps trying to fight. You know, and that's where you just got to make the decision to call the game. It's not a fan favorite, but it's also, it's actually the best decision for tonight.
How about this? The national championship team from 1988, they don't even know what's going on. They're back out on the tailgate party going, wow, that 14 minutes went fast. They're back there barbecuing, still thinking, well, as I'm entering my 21st season of broadcasting, I can tell you I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot from high school to college to pro to auto racing to hockey. You name it, I've called it in this town. That is a first right there.
Wow.
Diana, why don't we take one last break and get ready for the fireworks show? It's coming up right after this on Bakersfield.com.
Every day the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
It's hard to think about
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires.
Kenny and I are going to say goodnight and let you enjoy this fireworks show, but a big, big win, 52-17 for the BC Renegades, and what a beautiful night here in Bakersfield. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Hope you enjoy this on Bakersfield.com. For Kenny and myself, good night and God bless.
Love y'all.